But there's so many.
Your 7th floor crew with fucking Gregos.
Well,
Yeah.
And like the whole thing is, even Jimmy Johnson, he was like, they changed like rules around celebrating.
Yeah, because of Miami.
And he was like, if you don't want to stand, so try to keep us out of the end zone then.
Yeah.
Like, that shit's scary.
And the dope thing was, like, their coach exactly, like, most coaches were like, nah, don't celebrate. Put the ball down, hand it to the ref, fuck off. And the coach goes, nah, fucking stun on him and do it.
Yeah, like, we'll take the penalty.
Yeah.
We're starting recording. You guys can start winning.
Okay.
You get questions up?
Yeah, questions up. Dying. Everyone else? What a start. All right, we're here, folks. Morning after. Ryan Murphy.
Cory Ford. Joseph Velasquez.
Joshua Schmitz.
Love it with our great guest.
Yeah. Very special guest today.
Yo.
If you haven't tuned in before yet, this is called the Morning After Podcast. All 4 of us probably had a fucking shitty night, but or maybe a good morning, fuck, I don't know. Shitty morning, good night.
Just waking up sucks.
Fuck. Still rolling. I'm still going, still drinking to make myself feel better.
Coffee.
Yeah. So now we got this, the infamous Josh Schmitz here. The man, the legend, hate him, love him, respect him. Here,
Yeah, I think I've hired and fired Cory 3 different times.
Yeah. I was waiting for that one to come up.
Hired, rehired, fired again.
Yeah.
So, and now we're here.
Hired, quit, hired, fired.
Yeah.
But it's hard to get away from good people.
Yeah.
It's hard to get good people in life in general at this point, I think.
Yeah.
Especially in the industry full of degenerates.
Yeah. Because, we were all here at the start, just the turnover rate we saw of just people that weren't working or producing. Like, it's like, oh, now I see how hard it is to open. Like, you got a lot of it. Yeah, there is a lot of setup, but if you find the right people, they're going to do that. It's just finding fucking good people that can be harder.
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to go deep into like the operation side, but on like mathematically or some of like the shittier things, not only as an employee, but as like the employer. And one of the things about opening the bar, and we can get like deeper into the mathematics of it later, but one of like the shittier practices that is very common practice, myself included, is when you're opening a spot, you always overhire, and then you let kind of you let the fish like kind of organize themselves. You know what I mean? Yeah. So in an interview or on a resume, you might think like, oh fuck, like this is the guy, and then you have 2 or 3 other people that are like, hey, like I like him a lot better. He's actually a harder worker. They're causing issues, and I'm pretty unapologetic about stuff. And so like, I have no problem dropping names. So like, for instance, like Jackie the Witch, I love Jackie the Witch. She's a great friend of mine. Yeah. But 90% of all of the drama that was coming out of the staff was coming from her. And I'm like, it doesn't matter how much I love you as a person. Like, if you call me drunk, I will come and pick you up. You can crash in my house. If you get kicked out, I'll, you can borrow a car, whatever you want. But you're just not a good employee. And unfortunately, I have to be a good employer, because I can't have it impacting the other employees, because it's not just about you. So, right. And not that Cory was causing drama, but just in a certain way that you just got to make the right team. And like I said, one of the unfortunate business practices is way overstaffing in the beginning, knowing that you're going to thin the herd,
Yeah. We just thinned the herd last night.
Yeah. Who did you fire last night?
We didn't fire her, but Brian from Disco both agree that girl is not coming behind me to the bar. Yeah.
I'm unapologetic. Yeah. Also, too, like we talked about in our leadership meeting, I shift authority where the information is. So I wasn't here to see it, but if that's the staff's collective vote, I'm Republican, but this is a democracy, and I'm not the one behind the bar, And
she said, Josh told me this, and this, and I said, that's really cool, but he's not here. Me and Brandon are here, so we asked you to do something. Let's just go ahead and get it done.
Yeah.
Because we all want him.
Well, also, too, I talked to Brandon a little about it earlier, and I don't know, because there's going to be different opinions on this. Yeah. I know Greg runs his bars very differently, but we have a cleaning crew. And so if I say you should be able to get cut here by 2:30, that doesn't mean that at 2 you just leave the bar messy and leave your shit and bounce. It means we don't expect you to wipe light bulbs or dust or mop or take out trash or do any of that. But it's like cleaning your room. Like, just because I have a cleaning lady doesn't mean you don't pick up.
Yeah.
Like, they're there to clean, not to pick up after you.
Especially we all just slaved cleaning this bar too. I'm like, oh, no. We're going to make sure this is clean before we leave.
Yeah, I'll probably get in hot water for this too. But in the industry, like, cute girls do kind of get a pass on a lot of shit too, which is like just one of the unfortunate things about life. Like,
that's cute.
Yeah.
Am I a cute girl?
Yeah. But yeah, and so I don't know. Yeah, it sucks to hear because me and Brandon were both super stoked on that girl, but
that was my favorite one in the beginning.
Yeah.
Not after that first fucking night.
Yeah, well, and the other thing too is we're kind of like the perfect bar for kind of like cute girls. You don't have to lift kegs. You don't have to stay late. Like, we have security to walk into your car, all that stuff, and we make pretty good money.
Yeah.
You know, like, Disco Pig's only open 10 hours a week.
Yeah.
And like, if you can't pick up or keep up or still want to throw a fit after that, it's like, what's going to happen when I do make you come in for a bar clean?
Right.
You know?
Right.
So,
which we need to keep doing. We need to start doing, actually.
Well, again, too, the cleaning crew, like, they're just a cleaning crew, so they don't know like the ins and outs of the walk-in necessarily, or what bottle of vermouth has been left out. Like, they don't know how to check them for like a lot of the more specialty stuff, which does just come with industry knowledge too.
Cleaning crew scared the shit out of me yesterday. I walked inside the bar, and one of the cleaning girls was like looking for their check. As soon as I opened the door, she's right there, and I went, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, the prohibition tunnels can get you. Like, and like even like the ACs and stuff. I work and like reading here a lot, and all of a sudden like something will kick on, and or like the maintenance guy will just like pop open the door. So like I'll hear a door close, but then he's already somewhere else. I'll go and look, and there's no one there, and I'm like
when we were first opening, I remember. Well, one of the first girls we hired, Mariah, she would always fucking FaceTime me when she opened. She was like, "This place is haunted. I just need someone to talk to. It's getting fucking scary. Like, what's up?" And I was like, "It's 3 p.m. on a Tuesday. How are you scared?"
Well, she probably also hadn't slept.
Yeah. Like, not wrong there. Or I was going to say, or had like half bottle rum. Yeah.
Because I remember the last time she was here, she was definitely fucking plastered. And whenever she touched, she going like this with her jaw. And she's holding on to the bar talking to guests. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It'll do it to you.
But since we have a very special guest here, you've owned a lot of bars in the city. You've been around. You're not just the boss. You're not just the owner. We always talk about it. We're a gang, not a family. I want to get into it. How's your recovery nowadays? Like, how's the morning after for you? After dealing with some of our bullshit, our shenanigans, having to make sure everything's good,
Yeah, I mean, I'll be vulnerable. So I'm diagnosed hypomanic. So hypomanic is bipolar, but I don't have the depressive swings. So I'll go manic, and then like my downswing is regular energy. So I typically only sleep like 3 hours a night. So I'm usually, if I get home if I'm at the bar, I'll get out of here right around closing. We'll do our little speech or whatever, and then get home 3, maybe sleep till 5. If I get out of here early, if I fall asleep, at 12:31, it's very, very rare that I'm not up at 4 a.m. every day. But yeah, so my morning after usually is I start every morning with a cold shower, do my journaling, do my reading. A lot of times I'll watch a movie as I'm responding to any emails I didn't get to. Because that's what corporate America doesn't understand. Even like the reps a lot of times, it's like, I don't work a 9 to 5. You know what I mean? So when you email me at 4 p.m., like I'm either balls deep in construction, balls deep in inventory, or like there's like a lot of like we work very opposite schedules.
Right.
So then it pisses me off. It's like per my last email.
Not like 4:30 p.m.
I'm like,
just start.
I'm like, per my last, I sucked my dick.
That email's for the next day now.
Well, and like, so my balance too is I'll wake up doing that, and then I start to have time for myself. So, and I'm a big cinema guy, so I usually watch an email or watch a movie as I'm doing my emails, and then get out of the house around 10 to come to one of the spots, and then start tackling whatever is on that to-do list today, which is different every single day. It's not like, on Tuesdays we do payroll, on Wednesdays we do I call myself like
95.
Yeah. And I'm like a professional firefighter. So I basically have to put out whatever fire is on top. You know what I mean? Whether that's
Like the pressing issues get moved to the front.
Yeah, exactly. Like so,
cool, back to the regular schedule.
Yeah, and that takes a lot of mental energy too, just like being able to prioritize that. Because at the same time, like I'm dating this girl and she has a 13-year-old daughter who's in volleyball. So like making sure that like, oh, on Saturdays, like I need to be unavailable, like make it known to the people that need to know that I'm going to be like in Eden, Colorado for a volleyball tournament. You know what I mean? And then also trying to balance like being at the volleyball tournament, making sure that she feels seen, and at the same time, like not just being there in person, but also like just being on my phone. Like that's not fair to her either.
Right.
So it's
being present.
Yeah, but I'm also just like a very hyper-focused person, and I've always been that way. So I feel like even with my sleep schedule, like sometimes I'll take power naps. I'm a pretty good power napper. I can sleep for like 20, 25 minutes and get energized. But I feel like I get 2 work days into almost everybody else's like 1, you know? And I'm not like saying that you need to do what I do whatsoever because it's really unhealthy. Because it's also involved with like,
well, shit, you make it work.
well, yeah, I mean, I think whiskey and adrenaline make it work. But, I'm also like very anti-medication too, which like I would rather have a glass of whiskey than have any benzos or anything like that. So, yeah, and I also just have an addictive personality. So when I get addicted to something, it's hard for me to quit.
I think it's a lot of people in the industry too, because I think it was our previous podcast was Spella talking about mental health in the industry. Because we live a different lifestyle than most normal people. We can have 10 drinks in a night and we're all kind of fine.
Yep.
Well, I don't know, people will have 2 or 3 and they're like, all fucked up. But I feel like mental health is a big thing too.
Well, yeah, for sure. I mean, to be honest, outside of Cory, who's like should be one of the best lawyers in Denver. I mean, you're working with probably an 86% non-college degree workforce. So I think that just there's a lot of stuff that's like, I don't want to work a 9 to 5. I want to be able to drink. I want to be able to meet people and socialize. So like, I mean, I could probably get a job as a bank teller, but I don't want to be told what to wear. I don't want to be told what to do. I don't want to have an employee handbook. Like, I don't want to work next to, Karen from legal. You know what I mean? And so you're working with like a work pool of like a lot of really strong personalities. Yeah. So that's one of the other reasons I think that the thing to herd kind of comes naturally, because you're like, oh, like I fuck with you, I don't really fuck with you. You know what I mean? And especially the way that we run things when they run smoothly is we run skeleton crews. We don't have random barbacks. We don't have like a rotating security team. We don't have cops in the building. Like we operate it really smooth because we're all tight knit, Right. So also part of that is like me trusting my employees to either tell me or check an employee like, hey, I don't think that Murph's doing very good. Like, is there anything we can do for him? Or like, or Joseph just like, hey man, like that breakup sucks. Like let's after work, let's hang out. Yeah. Or like it's just like when you have close friends. And
you have that for me, actually. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
And like,
I didn't even realize. I didn't remember that.
Yeah.
And like,
I'll never forget it.
Kind of speak on that a little bit as well. Like, Eric came up to me last night. I was hanging out at a disco pig and he came up to me. He was, hey, we're down one. Keep your eyes peeled. I was like, if something goes off and I don't see it, grab me. I'll help with whatever. Like, I'll kick someone out. I'll help get a drunk person out, clean up, throw up, like whatever. Let me know.
Well, and I think too, as I open bars and I mean even closed bars that I've loved, our staff is kind of like a dive bar regular to where we all actually like. I create bars that I like hanging out at.
Yeah,
I'm probably definitely too old to actually hang at disco pig anymore. I definitely feel like the creepy old guy. I think we all. But like I love Ghost. Like I create bars that I like am proud of and that I would actually want to hang out in. And so the fact that my staff loves to hang out in our spaces as well. Like if something were to pop off, like there'd be 6 people in the room that would drag them out. Like not including security.
Yeah.
And all of us kind of throw hands. So like I'm not really like I don't know. We're able to have a lot more fun and freedom in here because we also keep the rooms in check. And I think that we have I would put our staff up in any bartending competition or any boxing competition in the state.
Especially with our security guard.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing too. Even our security guards, every one of our security guards are from Brick, so they like legally they can't get in trouble. Yeah. So it's like the funniest thing when like they're dragging someone out and they're like punching them in the face, and our security is just like smiling, you're like nope, like you're out.
But with that being said, whenever you do like a free night, obviously we all come out and like hang over here. What What are some of your favorite spots in the city to go hang out at, if you do go hang out?
So I have a duplex in Sloan's Lake that I lived at for almost 9 years. So the two places I would recommend very highly, Lakeview Lounge is, I think, the best.
Love Lakeview Lounge.
Yeah, it's the best. It's the best dive bar, and I'm 86 from that place, so I can't even go to my favorite place anymore. And I'll tell you that story because it's a good
I
one.
remember that story.
And then there's another place right there called Edgewater Pizza that is incredible. The owner is great, and they have like this really cool hidden patio. It's a great date spot. You can take somebody on a date there and get out of there for like $30, like including drinks. I love that place. I love Campus Lounge. I'm a dive bar guy.
Oh, I love it.
So to be honest, lately, me and Logan have been driving to Cheyenne.
Oh, yeah.
It's Cheyenne is so easy.
Yeah.
It's 90 minutes and it's a straight drive and there's really no traffic.
Yeah.
There's a dive bar there called the Eagle's Nest,
Okay.
and you can get an Airbnb there for like in Cheyenne for like $25.
Yeah.
And they're like dope. They're like ranch houses and shit, like right in Cheyenne. The thrifting is great there. They have like great oddity shops and like old bookstores and stuff. And the whole town is walkable. So we'll drive up, stay the night, and then spend the whole day like go and get some more. And then Eagle's Nest is like very Lakeview Loungy, like opens at 7, closes at 2. Like the owner sleeps there. And so we'll just go to that dive bar and like walk the town, like grab old magazine. Like there's one place that like strictly, I don't know how big it is. It's a small shop, right?
Yeah.
But they strictly sell vintage Playboys, which is like hilarious. Like, but like it's like this really weird old like mountain town. And like, so yeah, I've been doing, if I have a free night, usually it's like, why don't we just go to Cheyenne?
Yeah.
You know, because honestly, fuck downtown. You take 90 minutes just to find parking nowadays.
Yeah.
Or you Uber and it's like, you know,
$40.
$40 there, $50 home, depending on when you leave. It's like,
Especially after the game last night, everyone was like, I'm calling an Uber. I was like, that's why I kind of stayed sober like during the game so I could drive and not pay the $60 Uber. Yeah.
well, the real racket is the, like, I don't know, is it rickshaw or is that racist?
No, I mean, I've heard them called rickshaws, but like the bike caddy,
Like the pedal bikes.
the pedal bike guys, yeah.
So I don't know the legalities behind these guys, right? I don't really care, but they're always on Lammer Square. So we came in before the game with my family and Logan. Had some drinks. I'm like, oh, we'll take a petty cab over there. The guy was like, oh yeah, to the stadium, it's $50.
That's
And I'm like, $50? Like,
That's crazy.
and his bike was electronic. He wasn't even huffing. It was an e-bike. And I'm like, I might find my new side hustle. You know, like, catch me on my free nights actually doing the pedicab.
Pedicab, yeah.
I got on one of those things. It was like $100. They were like charging like $20 per person. I was like, what the fuck? Like,
that is where they
Well,
get you. Like
so-
after a game, before a game. I remember there was one time after a Nuggets game, I took it. I was like, this is outrageous pricing just from Ball Arena to like here.
Yeah. So from the stadium, after the game, from the stadium back, we still had to walk like a half mile because everything's like blocked off and all that stuff. But the pedicab to get back here was $100. So I paid $150 for 2 pedicab rides.
Jesus.
They know what they're doing. They know everyone's drunk, doesn't want to walk, can't get an Uber,
Yeah.
not driving.
And then they spend the money on the ticket, so they're like, "Oh, we can charge a little extra."
Right.
They spend that type. Of
Well, and that's the other thing from being like from Denver. I hate the price gap.
It's
so much.
insane. It's
Like,
insane.
Even restaurants, like, and I'm not going to say names because
Go ahead.
I might.
It's raw and uncut, and we ever feel like it's
But-
too much, we cut stuff out.
But like the fact that like I know that your margarita is $12, but on game days it's all of a sudden $22. I'm like, that's shit. That shit.
Yeah, that's insane.
Like that's really shitty. Or even like parking.
Yeah.
It's like parking garage. It's like, oh, $10 24 hour, and then like game day 60. And I'm like, that's like you're taking advantage of people that are like actually promoting the city and like want to go out and do things. Like if you're from out of town and the only thing you know is a $60 parking garage,
And it's
$150 petty cab bike, and a $22 shitty margarita. Like Denver's probably not going to be the place that you come back or want to come back downtown to.
Right.
Like I hate that shit.
No.
Like if anything, we did like first drink free with your drink ticket.
Yeah.
It didn't change our prices at all.
Yeah.
Like it's a complete opposite from how I want to run things, and I'm borderline like homesick for Denver from like the Denver I knew.
Yeah.
And I look at Denver now and it's like not the Denver I know. I get like homesick from like I don't know, like Breakfast Cake and the Hornet and like all these like Denver staples. And it just sucks that like whether it's corporate greed or mismanagement or whatever it is that like a lot of Denver staples just can't survive. And I'm really nervous that the next third wave of COVID is already like upon us. And I think come April, you're going to see a lot of not only mom and pops, but a lot of other places that like thought they were doing good or thought were dope, like going out of business. Like Riot House is closed.
Yeah.
Your mom's house?
Your mom's house, Black Box.
Yep.
Whiskey Rose for sale.
The building's for sale,
yeah.
and then they were like kind of pressed because I talked to some people this week about it. I was like, so I know the building's for sale. Like, what's up with you guys? They're like, it's gonna be up to new ownership whether that stays.
Yeah.
I was like, that's insane that your job's just kind of like in limbo.
Yeah, Giggling Grizzly is going out. I mean, there's a lot of like
That one's already going.
Yeah, like it's I don't know. Larimer Square has been amazing to us, but even since we've been on Larimer Square, we've had 2 different like landowner changes and 3 different property management changes. And every time that comes through, it's a new security team, new maintenance crew, new whatever. And we're kind of, obviously you guys know because you worked here, we're on like the butt end of the whole block and we're historic, so you can't really change anything.
Yeah.
So like the sewage in here, we get the sewage from the entire block flows through. So if the ejector pump that puts it to the sewer
That's why it smells like shit.
goes out, like we're the ones that get fucked, you know?
Yeah.
And then also too, when you know that you're potentially for sale or your job is in jeopardy and you're spending as much time looking for a new job as you are at your current job, things just fall by the wayside. Yeah. So Frankie got in touch with the new management and he was like, I know this is the issue, blah, blah, blah. They said they fixed it. I know they haven't. We went to the maintenance office. There was 3 brand new injector pumps sitting in the maintenance office. They just never installed.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Laziness.
And I'm like, but this is the shit. So how I propose it. Sorry, I feel like the Wicked Witch of the West with these. It's your guys' job to handle the 90% of things. It's my employees' job to handle the 90% of things that I know that they can handle. It's my job to handle the 10% of things that you can't handle. So whether that's like backed up bills, property management meetings, licensing, insurance, taxes, like that's not your responsibility.
Like behind the scenes stuff.
All the behind the scenes stuff. And I think that a lot of times people don't understand how stressful that can be. Like if I know that payroll is going to be $8,000 and there's $8,100 in the account, but I also know insurance is due, and maybe insurance is like, I think insurance is like $2,300 a month, which is crazy. Yeah. 90% of all of the hospitality insurance companies in Colorado left the state. They don't do business here anymore. So then you're stuck with like only 3 companies and same thing, price capping. They're like, oh, all right, well, if we all set our prices here, like where else are they going to go? Because you can't operate uninsured.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, so it's like my insurance went from like $600 a month to like $2,300 in less than like a year. And you don't budget for that shit. You know what I mean? And then it's like all of a sudden you're like, well, I know the margarita is supposed to be $8. We could get away with maybe 11, but if I'm going to charge 11 and have like a moral compass, it needs to be with a call liqueur. Yeah. And then all of a sudden liquor prices go up and you're like, fuck, am I the guy now charging $16 for a margarita? Like, I don't want to be that guy, you know, like, but like the math has to math. And it's just, it's pricing out a lot of people. Cause like when I owned Patio, we had so much volume with coolers that like we were getting like buy 1 keg, get 1 keg free and a bunch of stuff. But like the little guys don't get that. If you don't have the volume, you don't get the case breaks, you don't do all that stuff. And if you do the big stuff, you need to have like a massive deal, which means cash on hand. So say for instance, I bet if I called for like 100 cases of Jameson, I could probably get 50 cases free, but it'd have to be in one order, which would mean I'd have to come up with like $35,000. You know, it's like I'm not sitting on $35,000 liquid for one liquor. That with our staff would probably last 2 months. You know?
I don't know. We don't have Shane anymore. I think maybe you probably get with.
He might be coming back.
Oh, fuck yeah! Miss that kid to death.
Well, and it's not easy for me too. I'm the lowest paid employee in my entire company. I don't even take a salary. And not only do I not take a salary, like right now, I have 3 employees living at my house rent free. Yeah. Like Connor Brown lives with me, Frankie lives with me, and Bailey lives with me. Yeah. Like rent free, because it's just not easy for anyone right now. Wow. You know, but it's easier for me because I have a dog. Yeah. It's easier for them because I don't pay rent. You know, Bailey cleans the house because I like eat, shit, shave, sleep, and like am out. And I usually don't even eat. Like you know, so it helps keep the house clean and good. My dog's taken care of, and like it's kind of a win-win. But yeah, like to be a 39-year-old man with 3 roommates as a CEO and owner of a hospitality company. It doesn't feel good, but that's the reality. You know?
Right.
And it's not like if a paycheck bounces or something, you know, like he receives my taxes and shit. Like, it's not because I'm doing bottles and models and fucking flying all over. It's like I'm working my fucking ass off. But Denver specifically does not make it easy. Like, do you guys know about OPT? You ever heard of this?
No.
So it's a new tax they introduced.
Another new tax. Great.
Another new tax called OPT. And it charges me $50 per month per employee per location. And it's called the occupational privilege tax. So I get taxed on having the privilege of supplying an occupation. So, yeah. So say, for instance, like, we have a lot of employees that work at both Ghost and Disco Pig. So I'm paying $100 a month in a random tax because I'm just giving you the privilege of having an occupation. So, like, I didn't even know about this tax. You know, it's like everything changes so quick all the time. It's like hard to keep up with. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's like that's tax. And like, say, for instance, I mean, even payroll taxes. I'm not talking about state and federal. That's sales tax. Yeah. There's also payroll tax. My payroll tax is almost 50%. So if my total payroll is, well, to do easy math, you guys $10,000 out for payroll. Yeah. I also have to pay an additional $5,000 in payroll tax. That's plus an extra $100 per employee per month. Yeah. And like, it's like at the end of the day, in an industry that the margins are already so small. It's like Denver is just like tightening the screws, being like, and I just don't know where they see it going. But you also can't have people in government making decisions that have never been in industry.
Right. I like to call Colorado now Cali-rado. So starting here in the Cali, where you go out somewhere. Me and my brother went somewhere recently, and we're looking at the receipt. And it was just like random taxes on there where it's like, the words don't even make sense. Like, what is this random tax that you're charging us, you know?
Well, yeah, I mean, like, it's hard. Like, you don't, like, just being in the industry, we have the privilege, like, going places, getting hooked up for drinks, like, well, paying industry prices, if that. But then, like, you go somewhere you don't know, and it's like, oh, cool, I have, like, 4 or 5 drinks. You look at that, and you're like, dude, like, $70?
Well, think about
for a night out, maybe?
Yeah, well, think about this, too.
Liquor.
Yeah.
As an owner, I also pay taxes on what you guys get tipped.
Yeah.
But I'm not allowed to take your tips. So if you get tipped $100, that $100 goes to you, but the government taxes me almost $40 on that $100 tip.
Oh.
That's insane.
So I pay money on top of your salary, like your hourly or salary or whatever it is. I pay taxes on your tips as well. And then we're in Larimer Square, so we get hit with the Larimer security fee, which is a percentage of sales. We get hit with the historic district fee, which pays some 80-year-old woman just being like, don't touch that building, you know?
Yeah.
And that's another 3%. Untaxed, almost like 55%.
Jeez.
But I also want to be from Denver for Denver and from industry for industry. Mm-hmm. So I want to be able to continue to do $3 industry drinks and all this shit. But at the same time, then I got to make sure that people know that. So then all of a sudden I got to pay a social media guy. And then it's just like, like I said, just tightens.
It's a never ending thing.
Yeah, it's a never ending thing. So that's why, like, you know, we've opened and closed a lot of restaurants. Like, I mean, Bellwether was my first bar I owned independently, and I fucking loved that place. And then COVID hit, and we could only ride that out so much. We got no help, which is crazy because we were denied whatever, the PPP money, because all of my employees had already gotten unemployment. So I was like, you got to get ahead of this. The system's going to get overwhelmed. So get on your unemployment now. I think it was like $1,200 every 2. I don't know what it was. Yeah. But I'm like, get on it now. Get on it now. Like, we're not going to stay open, but like, get on your shit now before the system's overflowed and like, you know. And then PPP came out, and people like Ruth Chris Steakhouse was getting like $2.1 million. And we got denied any money because it was only me and Hobbs at the time.
Crazy.
It's insane.
So it's like, it's not even like this, and I'm not even trying to get into politics because I could care less. Because the reality is I've never met the president, and whoever the president's been has never impacted my life. I've never met the guy. But the fact, like, just like my personal life, the fact that like Ruth Chris or like all these like chain companies can get millions and millions of dollars, and the mom and pops are like, sorry.
Nothing.
I'm like,
good luck.
But it loses the soul of the city. Like even me talking about Cheyenne. Yeah. Like Cheyenne has like no chain restaurants. They don't even have a fucking Snarf's. You know what I mean? They might have like a Hardee's, but like like everything is like like it gives like this super cool, authentic like vibe to a city. I think Denver is just slowly turning into 16th Street Mall, or I guess quote unquote 16th Street. That they paid $100,000 to rebrand, and all they did was take it. Have you heard this?
And still nobody likes fucking going over there unless you're not from here.
Yeah. What even if you're not from here? You want that to be the representation of our city?
No.
What the fuck? Like, and when people are in here, like, because we're around a lot of hotels, so we do get a lot of tourists on Larimer, which I'm like, I love actually talking to people. So we can be the ones that give them the good recommendations. Yeah. And they're like, oh, people say 16th. I'm like, they're not from there.
No, stay away.
If there's one place I can tell you not to go, it's going to be
16th Street Mall. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get back to your orchard, man. I know you. I mean, a lot of us know like your restaurant, or bar kind of working. So Bellwether, which turned into other things.
Yeah.
Where'd you get your start in industry, or like pre-owning bars, and where you were at? Were you?
Yeah.
a
So
little bit more about that.
My dad's a pastor. My mom's a stay-at-home mom. Ended up working for the airlines. But we were just really other side of the tracks. I grew up at 20th and High before the stadium. Yeah. Like our elementary school bus wouldn't even come into our neighborhood. Like I'd take public transportation to my school bus to get on the school bus. So we grew up really other side of tracks, had not a lot of money. But this is not talking shit on my childhood. My parents are fucking amazing. Still together. I have 3 blood siblings, 1 adopted. Jeremy joined my younger brothers. Kayla's my baby sister. And then Parker, who does all the hats, is my adopted brother. But I can't remember. I want to say Jurassic Park, but I was retelling the story the other day, and I don't know if it was mathing for me. But there was some birthday party when I was 13, and my parents were like, hey, like, you just don't have money for you to go to this movie. Like they didn't have money to let me go to my friend's birthday party. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, well, can I work? And so I started like doing lemonade stands and all this shit just to like get money, mowing lawns, shoveling snow. And then a girl in my dad's church got a job. She like lived next to us kind of at Heritage Square. If you're in Denver, if you're a Colorado native, you know what Heritage Square is. Yeah. So I got my parents had to sign a work release waiver for me. And I started as a busser at the Heritage Square Dinner Theater Playhouse at 13.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah. So started as a busser at Heritage Square. And then, worked through high school, anything from, servers, hosting to construction as well. My uncle owned a construction company. Also growing up, starting at like 6 years old, my dad was a pastor, but he also had a construction job. So like, I would get picked up from elementary school, and I didn't get to go home and ride a BMX. I got to go to my dad's work site and pick up nails and free.
That sounds very Hispanic right there.
Yeah,
hey, you know what? Actually, you're coming with me.
Yeah, I just grew up like a
start picking shit up.
Worked all through high school, and then got in some trouble. Went and played rugby in Samoa. Came back, and then I got into nightlife. So I started working at Sweet 200 originally. That's why Larimer Square is kind of so important to me. Yeah. So where Apollo Hall is now used to be this club called Sweet 200. So I worked there. Then I worked at 24K, and then opened up View House with Francois. Last time I worked with Lotus was opening up the View House in Centennial. And then I was headhunted by a company called SBE that owned a bunch of stuff in LA. So went to LA, opened up Summer Sessions in North Hollywood. And then I hated my life. LA.
Hollywood's actually also, a lot of people don't even understand. West Hollywood, North Hollywood.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah. It's
dirty.
It was, but an eye-opening experience because this, LA wasn't for me. And at the time, I was like a young kid. You like in your head, you're like, oh, LA is gonna be sick. Yeah.
I was the same way when I was younger. I loved LA, and the older I got, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna keep going further south, be closer to San Diego, because LA is not fun.
I would quit every week, and then my owner Tony Daly would just slide over like $1,000 and be like, "No, you're just new here. It'll grow on you." But like every week, he would just like cash buy me off not to quit. So finally, I'm like, "Dude, I am fucking serious. I'm quitting. Like, I cannot be here." He's like, "Okay, pack your bags." We took a private plane to Vegas. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then he brought me to Heidi the Bellagio. It was their opening weekend. And he was like, this is your newest promoter. He's going to be the promotions boss. He's running sections 1 and 2. And so I opened Heidi the Bellagio in Vegas. Was in Vegas for all of 3 weeks before I didn't even tell Tony. I just fucking got a one-way ticket home. And then I took some time, and then that's when I opened Bellwether in 2015.
Okay. So clearly you've owned a lot of businesses. You've done a lot of things in your life. What's one thing that feels different about weekends now versus back then where you were clearly grinding just to get up to this point?
That's a good question. Raw and Uncut, I'll use names. Francois from Lotus is the best boss I ever had. Also, everything that you've heard about him is true. He's a bit of a racist. He's a lot of misogynist. He's an asshole. But working under him and within that company taught me everything I didn't want to be. And I think that that's one thing that I think as an owner, as a leader, even my bad days, I'm like, okay, what did I learn from this? We're going to try this. It's not going to work. And I think a lot of I don't even know if I'm successful. I don't think I am. I mean, I had 3 homeless roommates.
I think that sounds pretty successful at that point. You got the blessing of being able to be with people.
But yeah, I learned so many things, what worked, and I also learned so many things what didn't work.
Yeah.
He was the best boss I ever had because he taught me both sides of that coin. So for that, I'm forever thankful. I think going out back then, I'm a dive bar guy, and I'm a dive bar on a Wednesday morning guy. Because typically on Friday and Saturdays I'm working. You know what I mean? And even if it doesn't seem like I am, my job is hospitality, especially now as the owner.
Mm-hmm.
It's it might look like I'm taking 10 shots a night, but I do babies, right?
Yeah.
And our shot master is so small, I can meet a new couple. Hey, where are you from? Blah, blah, blah. Hey, can I get these guys around? Cheers them, do a tour, whatever, give them my number next time you're in town. Even though it seems like I'm just partying, I'm working.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%.
And I'm also setting the tone for what's expected, especially coming from Vegas and LA. I don't think people in Denver, A, our nightlife is obviously come out really good. But B, they don't know that you should, Cory's great at this actually. Cory's one of the best. I'd be you should get on the bar with a champagne gun. It is okay to get a little
on the bar.
As the leader, so even on a football team, your captain sets the tone.
Yeah.
Hey, we're here for violence. And I'll be at the front line. You know what I mean? And so I think that a lot of that is just setting the tone. But every Friday, Saturday night, it's just my job to kind of set the tone for our level of hospitality, our level of party. One of the things that Tony taught me was the majority of people, and this is one of the, if you have a bar Bible, put this in. The majority of bars, or nightclubs at least, only 80% of them, they're there to have one drink and then leave. You make your money off the 20% of their sale. He was we need to flip that around.
Yeah.
80% of people that come into this building are here to party.
Yeah.
Only 20% of people are here for the Instagram picture to leave.
Yeah.
And so it's our job to establish okay, and then spending time on analytics a little bit, but not too much. It's okay, our average ticket is 26. Our average stay time is, 24 minutes. Okay, we need to if our average stay time was now an hour and a half, that means our average ticket is now 83. You just there's some things that you can play with there. But yeah, I mean, I love going out. Don't get me wrong, I love a good rib. And a lot of that has just come from even I'm still a house party kid. I'm old. I think I'm a lot older than all you guys. So I still love
I was Cory's old.
But things like Friendsgiving.
Oh, yeah.
Friendsgiving is huge for me. But a lot of the party days, I typically don't want to go to the clubs. I don't like being out on St. Patty's. I don't like being out on New Year's Eve. White Wednesday is not even a thing in Denver, really, because everybody leaves Denver because they're all transplants. No one's coming back to Denver. But yeah, even our orphan Christmas party, I love spending Christmas morning with my family and then coming and just ripping with my friends Christmas night.
Yeah.
And it's gotten a lot more, I've gotten a lot more intentional about how I spend my Friday and Saturdays here. But I enjoy it, don't get me wrong. I love this. But I never really went out on Friday, Saturday nights. I was always working.
Right.
Like as soon as I was old enough to work, I'd be at the door.
Yeah.
That's like New Year's Eve. We were open and me and you looked at each other at one point at American Bottom with Cyber Kid. And we looked at each other like, wait a minute. How the hell did we get off on New Year's Eve as bartenders? I don't think I've ever been able to have this off. Let's fucking enjoy it.
Yeah. It's really not a great thing.
How do you back to it too? Because you've owned a lot of spots, you've done a lot of things. I know that Death Crew and Ruckus at one point was a film and visuals. How did you get into that? And also, how did that evolve into this hospitality spot where it's you owning bars, restaurants, whatever it might be?
Yeah, so I started Ruckus Apparel in 2009. I've always been like a pretty big fashion guy, and
Clearly.
but coming from like and this is a hot take too, but I always think that fashion, like genuine fashion, comes from the broke and skate community. I think that if you look at any trend that hits mainstream, it always comes from the poor and the skaters. And so, for instance, we would go back to school shopping, and so like me and my siblings would each get like $40, and like my siblings would go to like the mall and JCPenney's and get like one pair. This is back in the 90s, right? So like a pair of jeans and a shirt, and they spend all their $40 on that.
Right.
I would go to thrift stores, and like my haul from thrift stores would be huge, and then I would make my own clothes. Oh, thank you. Make my own clothes. Like I always wanted to be like unique and stand out fashion wise.
Yeah.
Shot of tequila.
So I've always been in fashion. And then when I was in high school, I had a clothing line called Titus. And we would make kind of like outlandish shit. This sounds actually really racist. And now looking back, it definitely is. But my high school years were in the No Child Left Behind. And so if the test scores of a high school didn't like meet the criteria, they would just close the high school. So when I was in high school, they closed Jefferson High School. And Jefferson High School in Sloan's Lake, even though it's like now Sloan's Lake is like nicer.
Yeah.
That was straight like them and the Vikings were like straight north side. So it was like all Mexican like gangbangers, or like even as kids, like their uncles like sold dope. Like it was like, but they all came into Wheat Ridge. And they all had these jackets that Brown Pride, and they would sell them out of their cars and shit. So everyone was like buying them. So I was like, oh, well, I can just make shirts that say White Pride. So we made White Pride shirts as like a sophomore in high school, not realizing the
That probably flies a lot more back then than now.
Yeah, this is
Don't
now.
even get an idea.
This is the first time I'm retelling a story actually that I've even thought about. But yeah, I got in a lot of trouble for that. But then I realized that you just get the iron-ons from Walmart.
Yeah.
And so we did like a shirt, like they were like the old school Calvin, like pissing on.
Yeah.
So we did like that, like with like our rival at the time was like Golden. So like we just make like random funny shirts. So that's how I kind of got into the start of fashion. And then I had a friend that was working at a screen printing company, and I'm like, I would love to know how to actually screen print as opposed to just doing these like iron-ons.
Yeah.
And realistic, like this is no bullshit. I was just listening to a ton of Wu-Tang at the time. And that's how I came up with the name Ruckus. And there was the image of a polar bear eating a dude. And that was my first screen print. I just sold them out of the back of my car.
Sick.
And that's how I got my start. And then went from there into a web store and all this stuff. And it was kind of just snowballed. And then Johnny Cupcakes, as funny as the brand is now, or as corny as it is now, he was really making a wave on the scene as far as going direct to consumer versus like Hypebeast or these like online shops.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, man, it'd be fucking cool if we could have our own retail space. So that's how I even started Bellwether. Bellwether didn't start as a bar or a coffee shop. It started as a retail space.
Okay.
And then I was like, retail space, and then we had the Speakeasy Barbershop. And I was like, man, it'd be cool if you could just drink whiskey when you shopped. I have no idea how to get a liquor license, how to do anything. You know what I mean? And I've done some pretty good jail time. So I'm like, I don't even know if I can get a liquor license. But at the same time, I was also still affiliated with like DKG and a lot of guys, like hardcore gangs that are straight edge. So I'm like, all right, well, like it'd be cool if they had something to sip on. So let's do coffee. My brother was a missionary in Uganda and had met these dudes over there that ultimately ended up being the founders of Queen City Coffee. Queen City Coffee was founded out of the back of Bellwether.
That's sick.
So yeah, just again, like my addictive competitive drive, I'm like, if we're going to have whiskey and we're going to have coffee, we should make it the best.
Yeah.
So it quickly became like a very well-known whiskey bar and like a very well-known coffee shop. The clothing kind of fell to the wayside, and then ran that, and then COVID hit, and Ruckus online sales were hitting record numbers. We had never made that much money. Like, we were breaking monthly record sales with Ruckus online. And as opposed to like being stoked on it, it made me feel sick. Like, I didn't like that people were like cooped up in their house, like just online shopping with this, like the government, and so.
That must have just been Colorado, because in Florida, COVID was only a thing for what, maybe like 3 weeks?
Yeah,
and then everywhere, after that, we were back to normal, baby.
Oh, it's.
Also, can we take this? Because if I keep smelling this, I might throw up.
What are you guys drinking?
Tequila.
Well, I'm not gonna, what am I?
You gotta, there's one look up.
There's another shot glass there.
Here. Can I get, here, I'm not gonna.
So we want tequila?
This is like I've never seen you drink tequila.
Well, how you do today?
Today's a new day.
I just smelled that.
Cheers, boys. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thanks for
Thank you for
coming.
coming and sharing some of your stories.
Yeah, man. I mean, we were probably going through, man. I think a while ago, like, we were talking, and I think how you like kind of come up with your concepts. It's I've always loved like most of what you created, and always wanted to be involved in a lot of them. And I think you said like, how do you create them? You said, just kind of throw shit at the wall and see what sticks. So I know that you've created a lot of bars, and some of them have stuck. Obviously you got this dope place here, Ghost, that's coming along. Joe's doing some cool things here with the fire blowing, which I feel like I've brought him in on that a little bit.
You did bring me in here.
Yeah, and then you also have your disco thing, but you've had all the other stuff. Bellwether, which went to Ore Bar, which changed it to Slashers.
Changed into Heartbreak Kid.
To Heartbreak Kid.
That was on the same building.
Yeah, right. And then you opened Casey Jones.
So Casey Jones was
I was going to ask about that pizza spot.
Yeah,
I remember that, like, big first.
Which is hard for me because I love, I'm a Ninja Turtle fan, so I was just like, shit, hate that kind of went down. And then you have your partnership with, Habs and, that whole row over there, Market Blake, whatever.
Market, yeah.
So I mean, just one, what's your thoughts on things that you have created? Like, just kind of expand on like your ideas of bringing them in, and then, the hardship of having to like kind of close up shop things that don't stick.
Yeah, well, even Boo Hill.
And Boo Hill,
yeah, that's
all right.
That was wild.
Yeah, so Bellwether, awesome.
Yeah,
loved it. COVID hit. All the employees got on unemployment except for Hobbs. Hobbs stuck with me. He had no reason to, but he did. And I will always love him for that. We turned it into an art gallery because it wasn't illegal to go to an art gallery. It wasn't illegal to go to a bar. Mm-hmm. So we were throwing art shows and charging like $40 the door, and that would come with 4 drink tickets. Yeah. And I could stay 6 feet apart. What's so funny about COVID? It's like, I always go like, was it like keys, phone, wallet? Yeah. And then when COVID happened, it was like keys, phone, wallet, mask.
Yeah. One part is some places like just minor things. They were like being weird with it. Right. Like they were like, "Hey, mask when you come in," and then they're like, "Once you're in, we can't control you." So it's like, I need a mask to walk in and then take it off, and they're like, "Nah, fucking, we don't care." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
I hate that shit.
I hated it too, but it was weird.
Had liquor enforcement and sheriffs coming around. They're like, "Oh, this guy has this fucking." I was like, "I can't control this fucking guy. I'm not his fucking babysitter."
Yeah. It was a very odd time for all of us, and I think so. Basically, we were told that we had to shut down, right? Yeah. And then we applied for the PPP or whatever, and got denied. And I was like, well, fuck, okay, what am I supposed to do? Because my rent is still due. Yeah. Like, I still have bills to pay. Like, so we gotta do something. So, and again, like I said, my diagnosis, like, I feel really bad for anybody who has it and doesn't potentially have the drive that I have. So I'm like, I was watching from like my house, like, I might be one of these next closures. Because everything in the news is doing gloom. Like, Westwood was doing like daily business closures, and I'm like watching all these things go out. And I'm like, okay, so either I like tuck my tail and just try to survive this thing, or I pay attention and look to where like no one else is looking. There has to be an opportunity
in a niche where
like,
someone else hasn't.
There has to be an opportunity somewhere. Yeah. So one of the Westward articles was like 80% of Larimer Square businesses go out of business or are out. I think starting like October 1st or something, whatever it is. So I'm like, okay. And I knew that Larimer Square was controlled by one big person. And I know that a lot of the big banks, when it comes to like developments and real estate properties, they don't actually look at your financials. They look at your vacancies, because you can sell the business, like you can sell the property with stable tenants. But if you're only 20% occupancy, like if you have an apartment complex with 100 buildings and only 20 of them had people paying leases, like that property rent like decreases and so contacted the developer like directly, the landowner directly, and I'm like, hey, my name is Josh Schmitz. This is kind of my portfolio. This is what I have. I would love to talk to you about what it might look like. I don't know how we're going to skin this cat, but what if I just signed a COVID lease where it was like, I will occupy these businesses until the end of COVID? Because by this time, I realized it was going to be a lot longer than 2 weeks. Yeah. And they were like, yeah, for sure. So I signed 5 leases, and my original idea was to bring in 5 other creators, young creators. And I had this kind of like tribe that was like, yo, we can actually kind of like change the culture on Larimer. Yeah. Because I hadn't been in Larimer Square since since 24K, you know? Yeah. And I'm like, yo, and the price of entry is never going to be cheap. And so they were all stoked, got them all lined up. And then when they started doing another lockdown and another lockdown and another lockdown, all those guys, investors backed out, except for Michael Swift, who now owns Bow. That was one of the places that we got in. But we had on this block, we had Hidden Gems Ice Cream, we had Drunken Bakery, we had Ghost, we had Bow, and we had a retail shop. And then when they were saying no inside at all, because then they went back and you couldn't even go inside anymore, and there was only outside dining or whatever. I'm like, okay, well, we don't have food, you know? So this is where the name Handsome Boys came from. So I called my boy Waylon, who runs the family Christmas tree lot up north. And I'm like, what if we did a Christmas tree lot on Larimer Square, and we could bring in Santa and all this shit, and if you live within walking distance, we'll bring you your tree. And then at that same time,
that's actually really dope.
You were supposed to be like shelter in place or whatever, unless you were going to work. Mm-hmm. So all of my friends would like tell their girl, like, oh, I got to go to work. Like, I got a job. Yeah. And they would just come to the Christmas tree lot and like hang out and drink beers. And like, we just worked in an outside Christmas tree lot with like everybody else wanted to get outside. Right. So then the family Christmas tree lot started calling us the Handsome Boys lot. And so it started as a joke, because it was like Handsome Matt, me, and I'm not attractive. Like Hobbs is very attractive, like Colin, Alex. It was like all the homies, which is like Jason Dial, Connor Brown. We would just like show up, like Jordy, and we were like the Handsome Boys lot. And so we had like these actual live trees. We'd like cut you an ornament. We had to do chainsaw, like cutting and shit. And we just literally did a Handsome Boys Christmas tree lot on Larimer Square. And that's how we survived COVID. And then once all the restrictions lifted, we ran the ice cream shop. They kicked us out because Van Loons came in. Like I said, they're going to choose chain and solid money over local. Yeah. And I'm not talking shit about. I'm just saying that seems to be the running trend of Denver. Is it's like, oh, well, no one's ever heard of Hidden Gems ice cream, but they've heard of Van Loons. Yeah. Van Loons is also going in business now.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a pretty decent ice cream too. But I can only imagine how much rent is on Larimer Square.
Well, that's the other thing I was saying.
The oldest block in Denver.
Yeah. So we got in, and by the time that COVID was lifted, we had lost the lease at the original Disco Pig to another chain. Mm-hmm. But this place was had been vacant. Not Ghost. The Disco's current location had been vacant for like 4 years. They're like, it's unleasable. Like it has no street value. And I'm like, okay, well then keep the same code. Yeah. And then this place had been vacant since pre-COVID as well. And raw and unedited, we just found out that these connected, these doors didn't lock. So we would come in here after hours and like smoke some cigarettes, and this is where we would kind of decompress. And then security like knew we were doing it, they're like, why don't you just ask them lease this place too?
Yeah.
So asked, and they're like, yeah, same deal. So that's how we ended up with these two.
I was going to ask y'all, you mentioned Westward in there. As someone that's like a predominant nightlife figure and continuously kind of gets your name thrown in Westward, good and bad, like, how do you deal with that? Like, because I know there's been like big creators, big people out there that they're always like, oh, don't read the comments, don't read the shit about you, who gives a fuck? Like, how do you deal with that? Because I feel like at one point it was like, with here in Disco Pig, it was like every month there was like Josh Schmitz. Like, how do you deal with that?
I mean, I only follow Applebee's.
Yeah. Fair.
Which is wild, by the way.
Yeah.
I never miss their dollar drink specials.
Yeah, they're good.
It sounds like a headache.
Yeah.
I think they just came out with a new burger or something like that too.
Yeah, cheesy
burger.
I'm not for everybody.
No.
You're not for everybody. You're not for everybody. You're not for everybody. Like, the way this video is going to be edited is not going to be for everybody. The song choice that we use or you guys pick for your overall intro is not going to be for everybody. And that's okay. I learned a long time ago, if you don't have haters, you're just not big enough.
Yeah.
Like, if you're a musician, everyone loves your music. It just means that not enough people have heard your music.
Well, you're not doing something right.
Like, it took me a lot of failures to figure out what to do right.
Yeah.
And, like, I would rather be a guy that fails a lot and gets a couple wins than the guy that never tries and never gets a win.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, and it's a good reflection for me, too. Not even being humble, like, I'm a petty motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, I stand on business if you want to fuck around.
Yeah.
But a lot of people that have my name in their mouth or whatever, like, they don't know me.
No.
Like, well, and if you would say shit, which is also like a random girl that like talks shit on you,
yeah.
You're like, okay, like say a girl like says you have a small dick. You're like, you've never even seen me.
No one's ever said that to me.
Must be nice.
A lot of people that have negative opinions like don't know me.
Yeah.
So like a big thing, especially like now, especially like there is a real attack, and I'll be very honest. There is a big attack on like urban and hip hop clubs.
Yeah.
They definitely have a target on their back in the city and neighborhood association, all that stuff, which I think is unfair.
Yeah.
But I also get their point that if you live there, and there are shootings and stuff, and I'm not saying it's the club's owner's fault or whatever it is, but like that demographic means a certain type of club that happens. But at the same time, like Front Porch had a shooting, right?
Yeah.
But one shooting in 6 years is different than like 2 shootings a week. You know, something like that. So
Like,
I understand the
I
hate.
remember Purple
But-
Martini was like that. Purple Martini.
But I also get a lot of hate because we don't have any issues really.
Yeah.
And then it's like because I go to those meetings and shit, I get labeled as like a racist.
I remember that, and you're like, really, me?
Yeah, I'm like, my godsons are. I can't even justify it. Like my godsons are black. Like my dad has 2 sisters, one married Mexican, one married black, and like my first cousin. Like we're the most like American family ever.
Yeah,
Like-
just a melting pot.
And to be honest, it's not even an attack on hip hop. It's an attack on the actions of the crowd.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, we throw way more hip hop at Disco Pig than you would know.
Yeah.
Like we throw a lot of hip hop, and even like the trap show here for our opening night.
Yeah.
Like we throw a lot of hip hop.
Yeah.
But yeah, when they say I'm racist, I'm like, literally, my right hand man is a first generation Afghan woman. My godsons are black. I don't know, it's like the weirdest thing ever for me. But when it comes but that's kind of what makes it comical, is when I hear like negative things, I'm like, hey, like I've never met you. If you would want to go get a beer or a coffee, like I would love for you to ask me questions directly.
Have a 5-minute conversation.
Yeah.
Or yeah,
because like you said, they don't know you, and it's like, how are you putting out this slander or whatever you want to call it without even grabbing a beer, having a conversation, getting my thoughts, getting to know me. Essentially, it's fucked.
Yeah. Well, I think that it just makes it easy.
Yeah.
Social media makes things easy to read a headline without reading the article,
And
then just repost it and be like,
as well as it makes it easy to sit behind a screen and talk shit and be like, I don't have to deal with the repercussions of every email.
Those are the internet warriors
Yeah.
right there.
Twitter fingers been going crazy.
Yeah. So with that being said, too, are there any like lessons that you learned early on that you use as like guidance today? That's clearly, me and Rich are both younger than both of you guys.
I'm gonna stop putting that in our face.
Hey, black doesn't crack, baby. You're beautiful.
well, okay. Can I ask you a question, then I'll respond?
Yeah, sure.
So, what do you want to ultimately do? So, like, are you asking this from like the perspective of a future bar owner or a future GM or a future get the fuck out of the industry? Because I've learned a lot of lessons in like a bunch of different lanes. So I'd like to answer the question directly.
You asked the question. At the end of the day, I would love to own a bar.
Okay.
Near a beach.
Okay.
That's my end goal.
Okay, perfect.
But lessons you learn throughout everything. Different mediums, different projects.
Okay, so Murph, pull your phone up.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go to your calculator.
Okay.
Own a bar near a beach. Okay, so bird's eye view. We operate on 4 things. We operate on operating costs, COGS, labor, and then the 4th is profit, right? Each one should be around 25%. Okay. So operating costs, say your rent is near a beach, $10,000 a month.
Yep.
Insurance, $2,000. General maintenance, say for instance, I mean, I feel like we fucking replace a CDJ every month or two, or reupholster or whatever. Call that another $2,500. Security, a month, $3,000. Insurance, are you insurance?
You did insurance, yeah.
Okay, so, and then plus 10% in anything that goes wrong. So add that up.
19,250.
Okay.
So basically 20K.
Okay, so 20K.
Yeah.
So that means a month. You're just to keep the lights on. And this is if just you are working. It's 20K.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me hold on. I'm going to my notes so I can keep track. Okay, so our COGS, 20K. That means that your inventory, your cost of goods,
Right.
has to be under 20K or right around 20K.
Yeah.
And that's including like shot glasses, cups, liquor, beer, like just your overall inventory, straws, napkins, all that stuff has to be around there. That also means that your labor
Has to be around there.
has to also be 20K.
So we're looking at like 80K.
And then your profit for that month should be 80K. Okay, but that means that a month to just break even, you need to be at $60,000 in sales. Say you're open. How many days a week do you want to open? I know you don't like opening on Mondays.
How many days do I want to be open here?
No. I'm saying in your future bar.
Oh. I mean, I feel it's a little bit different just because, definitely the beach vibe is different than, the mountain vibe. I would love to have a bar that's open 7 days a week, but if the cost isn't, the labor cost to sales doesn't add up.
Yeah. So to make your nut divide $80,000. I'll give you an extra day. $80,000 divided by 31. There's 31 days.
2580.
So you would need to make
Since $2,600 a day
$2,600 a day
for a month straight.
Yeah.
To break
every month to break even. And that's not including things going wrong or insurance changing or liquor prices changing or COVID or whatever. So I guess what I've learned is this model keeps you really humble. This model, 25, 25, 25, because then hopefully you make 25 profit, but like it's not easy. And this is not including startup costs. So say you take over a dope beach spot, but you need to get new furniture or the refrigerators are fucked. You're probably $150,000 just in startup costs. And that's on like, I think I read something the other day that the average restaurant startup in Denver is over $1 million just in build out.
That's fucking insane.
That's crazy.
And I just don't know how you climb out.
No.
That's even more insane to hear because, obviously we know there's a bunch of taxes in Denver, but imagine the spots that are in Breckenridge, that are in the mountain towns.
Yeah.
When you're buying liquor orders or when you're getting beer orders, there's truck drivers, they're going to have to go through I-70 and they're going through all the mountains. That's honestly insane to hear that Denver's like that. Because can you imagine how much it is over there?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, here's the other thing too. So, like, I can do a startup. I think I did Boot Hill for $175,000. No, like 165, 15 with labor and like maintenance and stuff too. Then I had to get a loan for that.
Mm-hmm.
So the loan comes with interest. Okay. It was supposed to be a 6-day liquor license transfer. Couldn't come through because the city of Edgewater was so difficult to work with. But the landlord was unforgiving. So the landlord didn't give a fuck if we're open or not. I signed a lease and it's $8,000 a month. Okay. So took out a loan for $175, figured I could pay it back in 30 days, get some early payback fees knocked off. No, I did not plan for 7 months at $8,000.
Yeah.
So we walked away from it because it was cheaper for me to just pay down the interest and get rid of the loan than it was to continue to suffer another. They told me 6 to 9 months at $8,000.
Dude,
That's right.
Like it's not bottles and models.
No.
Like I know I'm like fairly good at making it look like I'm not stressed, but this shit is not fun.
No.
Like
No.
and like sometimes when like 'cause things like even with our own stuff, like I love you, I love Amanda, like I love Georgie, I love James, like I loved our executive team,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't justify $220,000 in annual salary when I'm just getting squeezed like a fucking head vice, you know? And like, and the cool thing is like I think that I've done a good job at least trying to be a good boss. Where when we do have separations, like they understand it versus like what the fuck, you know?
Yeah, it's like open book. Like you're not like hiding shit. You're like, hey, this is why it's happening.
Yeah, like-
I can't afford it or because we can't expense it. Then
Right. Well, and like you know, like Georgia, I fucking love Georgia. But if you're an event guy and you're on a salary, I need your salary. Like I need the money you're bringing in to like justify your salary. And if it doesn't, it just doesn't. And like it's something that you know, like maybe somewhere else you would be better. I just don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
But like, I just like it's fucking hard. Man. There's a reason not a lot of people fucking are entrepreneurs. You know, like this shit is not for everybody.
Yeah, so, all right, man. Well, I was gonna say, like, on that, I know we're kind of running over a little bit, but you know, this guy interested in opening a bar. You, with so many opportunities, are like kind of opening up like a lot of bars. Would you suggest getting into this industry of owning bars, or what's your thing? You know, some people have that. It's like, I never do this shit. Or, it's not for the you know, lighthearted, not for the weak, man.
So one of the other reasons that things have been so tight around here is we did have some outside investors, but they don't live here. They live in Ohio. And 4 months ago, they pulled all their investments from the entire state of Colorado. So we run a building scale, which is why I was kind of floating Boot Hill, which is why we were doing Clever Girl. We had this whole like scaling plan, and then they just pulled the rug. Now we were actually pulling out all investments from Colorado, including these investors were the same people that owned the property at El Patio, Coast Athos, and they sold that building. They got rid of all assets. There's no hedge funds, like consulting firms, like investment VCs, any of that are putting any money in Colorado right now. Especially with even our fucking national government just pulled out all funding from sanctuary cities. So it's not just the hospitality that's going to suffer, it's the food shelters, it's the homeless shelters. And if you think that like Mile High Spirits is ghetto now, wait till the Salvation Army doesn't have any government funding.
Yeah.
Like, it's Colorado is just really tough.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm one bounce paycheck away, like, from like potentially trying to sell everything and move to Cheyenne. Like, I'm ready to.
with you.
Yeah, we'll get a big ranch.
Oh yeah.
Move in with me and my commune, you know?
Yeah.
We're
Just
gonna
get like a compound out there.
That's fucking hilarious. You know, many times I tell people, like, you guys don't join a cult, just move out of my compounds.
Yeah.
You don't have to touch me or anything, just make your bank accounts to mine.
Dude, if we start a cult, it's pretty profitable. For a while.
Get right in there.
But yeah, it's not fun. I mean, don't get me wrong. Same thing, 80-20 rule. The 20% of the fun makes up for the 80% of bad shit.
Yeah.
But the 80% of bad shit is shit that I don't really have a sounding board to.
Yeah.
Right? Like, because no one wants to listen to a CEO complain. You know what I mean? Like, so.
But also, everyone's human.
Yeah, but also like my circle is really small, so like it's one of the reasons that like me and Lance from Global are like really close. Because when he has a bad day, like his bad day is like, oh, Cascade is you know what like it's like, and then so like an employee would be like, oh, like you got to an argument with Tiesto, like I wish I even knew him. You know, so like there's not a lot of like sympathy, but like it is true, like heavy weighs the crown, because it's also my job to make sure that you guys feel secure in your jobs and aren't like scared to come to work or don't think that I'm not trying my hardest. So like, there is a bit of weird like wall there where it's like, and I'm trying to get better at it, but I can't really, because I truly like being friends with my employees. I know a lot of like owners, like Hobbs is not like that. Hobbs is like, don't get drinks with your employees. Don't go out. Like, but like,
frat nights, pretty much.
But like, yeah, like, well, like the twins. I've known the twins since I was like 21 years old. You know, like I have like Trap Shaman is living in my fucking duplex too. I guess I got 5 people. Like I don't want to work with people that I can't be friends with. So I want to enjoy my job, and I want you guys to enjoy it too. So it's like it's just a different mentality, but it is tough. To say the least. And it's not, I mean, I don't know, my leadership style is not for everybody either, but I hope that everybody wakes up and is like excited to come to work, not like being like, fuck. You know?
I think you do a really good job of that though.
100%.
I look at it when we work. We did have a little issue, we had to close for a little bit, and I think we talked about it, where it's like, damn, we want to make the spot work, we don't open it up. We enjoy coming to work. We want this to work.
Well, even the renovations that we've done in the last couple weeks, I think, like the January, like I think this is gonna pop.
No, I brought Cyberkid over here last night because he hadn't seen me. He goes, "It's gonna be real sick come summertime." He goes, "It just needs to like get the name out there. It's summertime, it's gonna be jammed in here."
Well, that's the other thing too. We didn't even think about this in that like opening a bar scenario. Call it 150, then all those. Then you add in any executive salary. So you need to have a GM that's gonna go to your COGS. You're gonna need to have a marketing plan, like a set marketing budget. And also, I'm old as fuck, so like I'm like.
Probably that.
But I'm saying I'm promoting on like Instagram. Like I don't have a TikTok. I don't know. Like when I was running Ruckus, I knew all of like the hottest baddies, like who I could get. Like we kind of invented micro influencing, to be honest. Like when they weren't even like Instagram models, they were just hot chicks.
Promoting
like
points,
like because I would search like Phoenix model, Denver model, like Scottsdale model, and then they weren't even like signed contracts. They were just like these micro influencers, and I'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna send you 2 things. Please take a couple photos and like put it on your Instagram." Like so I did all like I know Instagram like to the back of my hand, but now like everyone's like, "Oh, you're only on Instagram? That's old." And I'm like, "Oh fuck."
I'm only on that.
What do you mean TikTok?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I don't even have Facebook. You know, so now like
MySpace.
We gotta fax him to get him.
What was the other one? What was the vlogging thing? Tumblr.
Yeah.
So I still fuck with Chuck.
I didn't know it was still a thing.
No, it's not as big. It like had its moment like in like 2010s and stuff. It's still there, but it was like popping. Man, I remember.
And 2, you're building culture and not just bars, right?
Yeah.
Like you're very big on that, and I think we all appreciate that. Ghost Saloon has a lot of attention and energy inside the spot.
You gotta keep your mouth or your hand away from your mouth.
Sorry, yeah. But Ghost Saloon has a lot of intention and energy behind it. What do you want people to feel when they walk into the bar?
I think that I want people, when people walk into this bar, I want you to feel like you belong here. So, like, you belong is like my biggest thing. Like, you belong. So a lot of clubs, and myself included, even as like a person who's fairly well known, and like doesn't, and I've gotten really bad at this. Like, if I have to like wait in line, I won't go. If I have to pay a cover, I won't go. Like, I won't. Like, I don't. Like, so I'm like pretty entitled here. But like if I walk into a place and like I don't like, I feel like I'm being judged or like I shouldn't be here, any of that. Like, I fucking hate that. I hate, and I'm gonna be very vulnerable. When I opened Summer Sessions in Hollywood, it was basically built like a. Do you guys remember like the old high school gyms that had like the bleachers come out? Mm-hmm. Like, and then they would like fold up the wall and then they'd come out.
Yeah.
So that's basically what it was. It was like a high school gymnasium that we would pull the bleachers out. There was like a bunch of stairs, maybe like 12 stairs, like at a diagonal coming up into the club. And then the DJ would be at one end, and then your table sections were like sectioned off in the bleachers, and then the floor was the dance club. and we were only open for 4 hours a week every Sunday. We were strictly a brunch spot. So our whole thing was spray champagne or save water, spray champagne. And like our bottle girls would like come out with shopping carts of champagne. And like, it was just a crazy party bunch, okay? And so I was in a meeting with Tony and like some of our other guys. And they were like, how do we make this like the most exclusive, have to be at brunch spot in Hollywood? And they were going through a bunch of ideas. And I literally just said, get rid of the line. And like, no, what do you mean get rid of the line? And like, there's a GA and then there's like the tables and all stuff. And I'm like, no, get rid of it all. Just have the red rope at the bottom of the stairs and then have all of the girls and promoters on the stairs picking and choosing from the crowd who comes up. And it fucking worked. But I remember like feeling so sick of being like, this guy's actually been here for 3 hours. But like the guy behind him is like waving a band, and the girl was like, "Oh, you come in." And I remember like watching it, just being like, "This fucking sucks," and I like invented it. That sucks. And so I don't know. That's one of the reasons that I hated it. That I led to me hating LA. It was like, dude, you're literally like contributing to like the one thing that you hate. Because like I hate that shit. I hate the total pole performance. So I think that like I've tried to do my best in my own clubs to just eliminate the total pole points. Like I don't care if you're Noah Gunderson or Fat Joe or fucking like Justin Timberlake or whoever. Like everyone gets treated the same. Like we need to treat every single customer and employee, whether they're straight out of brick and obviously like prison affiliated with face tattoos, the exact same that we treat anybody else. You know, whether you're 65 years old. And like on your anniversary or you're 21 years old, celebrate your birthday, like we need to have the same level of hospitality towards everybody. And like make sure that everyone has a great time.
Yeah. Which one thing I love about here too, because obviously this was a Green Russell before. Yeah. They, cocktail oriented, definitely dressed in suits and ties. But one thing I love about here is that we dress how we want. Yeah. We can make some sick ass cocktails, if not better than that. And I love the aspect of that. Because we can get clientele from 21 to 65 and make everyone feel comfortable in the space.
Yeah. Well, also too, like there's nothing that this is not just pertaining to like bartenders, but in general, I feel like there's a big group of people that just try to be like the same kind of unique. It's like, have you seen any of those like white girl photos where they're all wearing like the Ugg boots, like the ripped jean shorts and like the white candy with the puffy coat? Yeah. There's like a group of like 6 of them. Yeah. And I'm like, you guys all think that you're being unique or fashionable, but you're being the same kind of unique person. So like that's why like, we will never have uniforms here. Like no, like wear what you want to wear. Wear what like you makes you feel good. And like there's gonna be somebody that like is gonna resonate with you more or less, and that's okay. Like I don't know, like we're never gonna have a dress code here. We're never gonna have a no face or neck tattoo policy here, obviously. We're just here to fucking have a good time. And I think that if that energy resonates from not only ownership down to the staff, but that resonates from the staff down to like our clients as well. 100%. You know? Like even like dancers or people like around, like they need to know that they can come downtown and not feel judged and not feel like it's a $30 cover with dudes smacking your ass or getting hit on. Like no, like this is like it's a solid spot.
Smack your ass all the time.
Yeah, you're going to be the one getting assaulted.
That's when we have the body shop, buddy.
Yeah, that's why that's on the toast.
It's still
that's why you grab me.
And also, too, it's not just about getting fucked up. It's about having a great time.
Yeah.
Because the reality is, if COVID taught us anything, you can get fucked up at your house for a fraction of the price.
Yeah.
Like, go to the liquor store, get a bottle of booze by yourself. You can control your TV. You can control the volume. You can do whatever you want in the comfort of your home. If all you want to do is get fucked up, you're coming out because you want experience. So what's that experience? And that's what I love that we dive into like the experience. Like, oh, what the fuck? Like
that's how I see it.
I did not think that there was going to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the TV and trap playing and a speakeasy that's lit on fire. Like, what's the experience? You know, and like give them something that they like will think about for a long time and recommend.
That's how I see it. Like a good experience or like a memory. Like if someone's gonna remember the time there, then they're like, "Oh, that was really cool. Like, let's go back." And you retain from that.
Well, even like Black Dave, when I asked him if he saw the piss trough, he was like, "You don't mean like an actual piss trough?" Like, no, I do. And he was like, I haven't installed one of those since like 1990. I'm like, yeah, you know how many people my age are going to walk in that bathroom and be like,
the amount of times people come back up and they're like fucking sick trial.
yeah.
I'm like, yo, it's the greatest.
Yeah, but it's little things like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like little memories. Like,
Yeah.
This place is
As
sick.
well, anytime like if I'm up here and the girl's like, oh, where's the bathroom? I'm like, hey, it's right around the corner. It's also probably one of the fucking sickest women's rooms I've seen.
Yeah. I've used to the women's restroom.
When we're closed, I've gone in there because I also remember we had to pull the mirror out of there
That's right,
because
go
someone
poop.
fucking knocked it out.
That's where I go poop usually. And it's closed, go to the women's restroom. That's the only time it's really clean.
Well, I think that's like what I guess. Are we running over time? I don't know.
No, I just got a notification.
This podcast also is going to be a little bit longer
Yeah.
However long
because this is literally like.
Oh, you're making me nervous. You keep on checking your watch like you got to pick up your.
No, it's just these fools fucking.
Hey, my shit's just going
take
off.
some messages.
Yeah,
you
but this
know.
podcast is really going to be longer because
It's a
we've got
great.
a few guests.
I like talking. I like
We've got a few
talking.
guests, but I think you're going to be a little bit more important ones so we can have better questions and a little bit more
Stories and insight.
life experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, and on that note, I'm gonna have some more tequila.
Yeah.
As long as everyone can,
If that's okay.
as long as everyone's good.
Yeah.
Can you pour me a shot, please? And
Yeah.
while it's a little intermission, I would love to use this piss trough real quick.
Well,
The pitch drop is a heavy flex without being a heavy flex.
Yeah. It's like you remember the trend. It was like weird flex, but okay. It's like, yeah, we got a piss trough. It's like, what?
Well, I love it. I have like vivid memories of going to Folsom Field with my dad.
Yeah.
And
it
all
does
of
that
all of, like
trough.
the college like bathrooms at Folsom had like just massive piss troughs,
Yeah.
like barely being big enough to pick up my little pee pee. Oh, over there.
It shows. No, but
I mean, I like new change. Well, so no more hats here. I know that.
So Parker's
Parker's-
my brother, and I love him so much. And I'm so proud of him. He opened up his own shop.
I saw that.
Hat now. And then, so he opened up a second shop. So he started in Bellwether. So he also did the custom hats out of there when it was like strictly appointment only. And then he opened up Hat and Ham with his wife. So she does like this really cool, like boutique side, and then he does hats.
Yeah.
And then they just opened up American Lore, which is low-key kind of just remember this place, but that's okay. On Tennyson. And to do the hats, it really is kind of like, it's a really specialty niche. So it's almost like fine art or something. You know?
Yeah.
It's not like you can't just like send somebody a photo and be like, oh, I want this done. Like just hire a painter to do it. Like it needs a very special like employee. And he runs a crazy class where he does hat masters and teaches everybody how to do it. It's like a 6-day course or whatever. And we were thinking, because we had a whole conversation about it, like it's brilliant to run the class because not only are people paying you to take the class, but you also are opening up a whole new employee pool.
Yeah.
Well, it turned out that the class is beyond successful. Like they're booked out, but no one is local. People are flying in from Nashville and all these other places to learn, but no one is local. So he's like honestly, even with like the other two spots, like we're closed a lot of the times because I'm the one that's doing it, you know? And I'm like, so, and just again, going back to like labor costs, right? Like just hard facts. No matter how romantic I am about the hats or how fucking dope I think they are, I don't know cowboy hats. And Parker can't be here. What I do know is DJs and how to promote that. So, you know, if we're only selling 4 hats a month, that's only at the higher end, $2,000. I mean, we made more than that in one night last night.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, so it's like you just got to put, like I said, this
Shit has to make sense.
authority
Make
where the information.
Make the numbers work.
Cheers.
Cheers. Carry it.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Shoot. Yeah, always.
What are some of your? I guess we'll go. Let me think about how I'm gonna phrase that. What's your least favorite thing about a boss and your favorite thing about a boss? And pretend I'm not here. And if it offends me, don't let it.
So least favorite?
Least favorite. And you can even direct it towards me. That's totally fine.
And also, before we begin into that, remember, not a boss, friend, gang not
member.
fan.
Yeah.
You want to start? Or it doesn't matter.
This is your boss. You guys talk about your boss real quick?
No,
You go first, maybe.
Do you want me to start so it's less awkward?
No,
No, not at all.
I was like, I'll go. I've had bosses that like you can't contact, you can't reach, they're like unobtainable, and it's like, and it's stuff like that. They need to take care of them. Like I hate that. On top of that is like one thing I learned from you that I was like, oh, that became one of my least favorite about previous bosses is like someone not willing to do the work. Someone not willing to like you, I remember when we opened, you're like, you'll see me in fucking snakeskin boots, plunge in the toilet. Like I don't give a shit. And I've had bosses in the past they're like, they're like, oh, even though I came from that and did it, fuck you, I'm not doing it. I'm gonna go home now. We're like, this is what I pay you for to like do X, Y, and Z. Where it's like you're more than willing to like hop behind the bar, plunge your toilet, like shit like that, and that turns into like the best experiences. Like someone willing to kind of lead from the front as well, rather than like sitting back and yell at people what to do, and just being there, being able to have a good time. Because like what you were saying earlier, Hobbs won't go out with people who won't like fraterners or whatever you want to call it with his employees. It's like I want to be able to like have a relationship outside of that because I don't want to like potentially leave and then be like, oh fuck this guy, never talked to him, never hung out with him. Whereas like if I leave or whatever for like on good terms, it's like, oh cool, we can still grab a drink, still come in, hang out, like that type of thing. Yeah.
But I don't feel like anybody's ever. I don't feel like I've ever fired anybody or like somebody left without a mutual understanding.
No, yeah.
Like and like as an owner, not even like a GM. Like as an owner, I owe that to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like and that's one of my biggest pet peeves is like when like owners put things on managers. Like I think it's bullshit, to be honest. Like when it's like, oh, like this was my rec, this is my boy, and then like as a bartender, and then like as the owner, you like tell the manager to let him know. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah. Like no, this is coming from me. Yeah. You know, like I think like I leave hiring and firing up like just like you talked about today. Like you guys voted, that's fine with me. That was.
She's voted off the island for sure.
That's not like my that's not my decision, and like I'll let you guys do that. But I have also no problem stepping in to do that. But yeah, it is really interesting when. I also think it's really interesting when owners aren't available. Yeah, there's been times like at previous establishments or like not even bar jobs where it's like, oh cool, I need to call this guy for something. Call him 4 times now, text him, and then like 3 hours later he's like, what's up? It's like, hey, I need you now. What the fuck? Right.
I don't know. I mean, I've worked in a lot of industries, obviously, like corporate shit, and then keep finding myself back in the bar because it's. You
got to project from the camera. We don't have very good audio.
Yeah. Oh, that
boom picks it up.
Picks it really good. But it's work for corporate. I hate corporate life. It fucking sucks because you have those people that are very top that you're not able to reach them at all. And you have like some of the best ideas, but nobody's kind of listening to you. So for me, it's just like when I come into a spot, if I'm going to be like in a bar industry or something like that, I want to be able to contact, the boss or something. And I want them to listen to my opinions, especially for my experience, just kind of like sit there and listen and then support your team, which, like you said before, like if your employees need something, you put them on the couch, stuff like that. But I also, I guess, just pet peeves, or I guess, of bosses, I guess. Yeah. If they don't come and do the work and stuff like that, like we are your pawns, I guess, whatever, as your employee. So like, should be like some of the most important things, to help you run your business. If you're not coming in and kind of noticing like how valuable your team is to make your success, I think it just kind of drives me crazy. So like I end up getting in trouble a lot because I stand up for my team a lot, especially if I see like something going wrong. So I'm very outspoken, and it's just more because I'm like, hey man, you can't treat your team like this, something like that. So I get cut big time, a lot. Get fired a lot. Just got fired again. Like, what the fuck?
We're camping again?
No.
You just got fired again?
I got fired again. I don't understand this one.
That one's fucked up though.
This one's fucked up. But
I gotta hear this.
Oh, I got fired this time because they brought in a consultant apparently, and I didn't fit the vibe of this particular audio bar. And I was heard apparently got told that I was sagging my pants and I was playing rap music at this audio bar. And I was like, yeah, of course I was playing rap music. It's a fucking audio bar and I don't sag my pants. I'm 40 years old. But you know, those kind of things, you know, just kind of, you know, your boss kind of like being in there, you're in the front line, sticking up for your team. You know, if something's going wrong, you're going to be there. You are, you know, reachable, and, you know, making smart decisions. I know running a business is difficult, but, take care of your, you know, your base is like the biggest thing for me. And then listening, you know, listen to you too, who's actually running your business.
Yeah, listening's big.
Is my thing. So you'll see me like getting in businesses and getting out of business. Cause if I don't see it, you know, if I see something like that, it's like, yeah, it's fine. I'm out of here as well. You know?
Well, good. That's like Wide Awake, actually.
Huh?
That's like Wide Awake. I think you were just consulting for them.
Yeah.
The dude, sick fucking spot. Hate that it's so far out of downtown.
Yeah.
But came and showed support. Beautiful fucking cocktails. I think it was a banana creme brulee.
Yeah.
Side of drink that I got. Beautiful cocktails. The way you ran it, the way you were talking to the staff. Absolutely wonderful. Right?
Well, should we make it a record? If you got fired from there, you want to come back again?
I mean, I'm always happy to help out, man.
Can we please? Wait, can we
So,
please?
So this is what after this last fire, and I decided that like I don't think I'm going to work for any more bars anymore. It's going to be like, hey, you guys need me? I'm going to put people on contract to be like, yeah, I'm here for like 3 months because I'm tired of getting fired and I love the experience.
You got to project.
I love the experience. I just fucking hate. It takes a fucking toll getting like fucking fired. And I always tell people like in our first podcast, I was like, you know what? If you get fired as a bartender, this is where you're going to come because we'll find fucking jobs.
Yeah.
But I'm always happy to go fucking help out on these jobs. I still find you as a homie. I still don't understand completely why I got let go because Brandon did that and we haven't had the talk yet, but I'm always down to help you, man, because you're always following me, right?
Well, let's do this. What we can do is put you on hourly, but we can do it through your company. Yeah. So then you can still show revenue through your company. Right. And then potentially like that'll help you apply for loans or whatever. Like, hey, this is what we like annually do. If you need a small business loan to do a new trailer or whatever it is.
That's shit.
Yeah.
And then just have you on call as we need, which would be probably end of the weekend. So
man, always down to talk or chit chat about it, you know, man. You know, like always happening. But
and that's the ins and outs. I thought we were gonna get into a little bit more like ins and outs of business stuff. That's one of the things like that we can do is contract your company.
Yeah.
For your hours.
And that's what I'm saying. I was like, no more again. And I'll be picking up shifts and then everything else is going to be contracting. Cause like,
how's the fam too?
Oh, family's good, man. Fucking Liam's taller than you now, I think.
And taller than me, I think.
Yeah. Man, and, you know, it's a good life, man. And, you know, definitely like being a grinder. I mean, it's like not a grinder. You're on grinder.
You're on grinder.
I think I saw you on there.
Definitely a grinder.
No, hell no.
But, you know,
there's a lot of dudes on there, but I think I'm gonna find a chick soon.
Yeah. But we're like also like we were saying earlier, and I was want to ask you know, like it's kind of tough being, you know, on the grind all the fucking time, running your own business, doing whatever, you know, for me going back in corporate shit all the fucking time, doing my legal stuff. And it kind of humming the relationship. So I kind of want to roll back to that because I know you're in a newer relationship as a business owner. How's that work for your relationships? I think we've asked that for every person, like your relationships in, as a business owner, as a bar owner, nightlife, being there till 4 a.m., sometimes 3, 2, whatever. And then I don't know, your new partner here, is she in the industry as well or no?
No, so she's a part owner at Shop Automotive.
Okay.
So I'm really good friends with her older brother, Aaron. So we've known each other forever. So I was the creative director and marketing manager for Shop Automotive for a long time. And then, so I've known her for years. And then it just kind of randomly happened. And, I've been trying, and I don't necessarily set like New Year's resolutions. I don't know if that's something you guys do.
No, I fucking hate it.
Yeah, but one of my...
Except for not drinking. You know, we're this whole month, not drinking at all.
It's better to listen.
But no, one of my... It gives you a little bit... It gives me a lot more purpose when it's not just a relationship, when there's a kid involved.
Yeah, 100%.
So it also gets me in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Because I live in the hood. She lives at Columbine Country House, you know.
Yeah.
It's not the craziest thing.
Second Federal?
Yeah, Second Fed is kind of wild.
I live at Second Fed.
I've been.
She lives in Columbine Country. Oh, yeah. We play gunshots or fireworks almost every night. I could teach her how to play that game.
I love that. I love that.
But
Someone's
like,
keeping rent low or having fun.
but like, her house backs up to the golf course, and so there was a time, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. I'm like, where the fuck is Bowie? She said, oh, she's in the backyard with friends. And I walked back there, and she's 14, and it was like her and like 11 dudes, like, and I'm like, you got me fucking twisted.
Yeah.
I like took my shirt off, and I'm like, you're an hour past curfew, get your ass inside. Like, you guys don't ever fucking come off. And like, I didn't realize like what I look like with my shirt off.
American History X.
In comparison to like all these like kids are like, what? So like then she came in and she's like freaking out. So and also she's at that age where nothing I do is gonna make her happy.
Yeah.
If I do something cool, I'm gonna try hard. If I do something that's shitty, like I suck.
Yeah.
Like she's just gonna hate me till she's 16 and realizes I'm actually a good guy.
Probably later than 16.
Yeah, but it's been so. Oh fuck.
I was going to say, take the hat off.
Yeah, live on a cut. You guys seen this?
I have.
I've seen the head one recently. And then,
Oh yeah, so I let her, to make up for it, I let her dye my hair
yeah.
and pick the color. So now I'm a 39-year-old man with pink hair.
Nice.
Yeah.
When it's actually cut, it looks nice actually.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So I went to the first family function yesterday. And so I obviously I know her family,
Yeah.
but obviously like no good, like I'm like really good friends with her brother.
Yeah.
So it is that weird thing, like I don't like my friends dating my, so it's been like this.
Yeah. So we're
But in the end of the day, like I really like her. And so like you're gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah.
So we went to the first family function. So I was with like her whole family and like all of her dad's friends.
Mm-hmm.
And her dad is, you know, a little bit obviously older. So all this, and then we stand up in the box, the Broncos game for the national anthem. And I go to take my hat off, and I'm like, oh my God. All these guys are going to be looking at me with my pink hair like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And it also, like, when I take,
my daughter dating right
yeah,
now.
like when I take my hat off, like it also shows like this tattoo that's way too aggressive that I didn't think of. Anyways, it was just like one of those things where I was like, we're here now.
Yeah.
We're here now.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of part about entrepreneurship too. It's like,
You're going to be a little different.
yeah, like you jump the cliff.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, I probably maybe should have checked the depth, but we're here now.
Yeah.
And I'm not jumping.
Yeah.
I'm not going to not take my hat off for the national anthem.
Yeah.
I'm not going to not go to the family function. And the reality is, like, this is my reality.
Yeah.
I have pink hair because Bowie got it pink because she was pissed at me for scaring off the boys, you know? And I accept all those.
Good thing you didn't scare them, boys.
Yeah.
Welcome to be a father again, man.
Huh?
Father creep, welcome to me, like, said my father, man. That's the same shit, you know, like, have this kid, you're like, all right, fuck, I don't want to do this shit, but, you know, find yourself dressing up as fucking shape up marshmallow or putting your homies in there for birthdays and fucking all this other shit. It's just like crazy.
I also love that too. You know, at 14 years old, it's not how easy, you know. No, you just let that girl dye your hair.
That's
I'm gonna be
it.
real.
That's it.
Yeah, I've had this. I've been working on this for like 4 or 5 years. I would not let someone dye my motherfucking hair. I also have black hair. You got to bleach it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, she bleached it first.
Yeah.
And then did.
But I would never let someone do that.
You just haven't had that person yet, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you don't have it, like, if Liam said, like, my son, he like said, you know, fucking cut these dreads off or something like that, and I don't like this daddy, I'd probably be like, all right, son, you know what, you want it. But
Like my sister just had a kid, so I have a niece, and I'm like, I'd fucking do anything for her. Like, I'll fucking let her, like, draw all over me, like, do all that shit now. So I'm like, I'll fucking let that happen.
I was just gonna say, I love when people are like that. Like, just being acceptable. Like, clearly you are tatted from head to toe. I have some tattoos. I think you're bearskin. But,
I
have to
skinned
love
it
it.
is a word.
bearskin. I have two goddaughters back in Jacksonville, Florida. 15 and 16. I've known them since they were in pre-K. My mom taught them, actually. The last time I went back, my God, one of my goddaughters was talking to me, and she's like, this is going on in my life. This is going on. I can't talk to my mom. And I'm like, hey, I'm not going to let you dye my hair. But hey, you have my number. Text me anytime you want. Call me anytime you want. I know I live in Colorado now. Tell me something's going on. I'm first flight right back. And I'm going to make sure you're taken care of.
What about dye your beard?
Bobby, it's not the best beard, and I'm up to 29. I can't fuck with this, okay? I don't know if it's going to take another 29 years to get back, okay? But the goddaughters, like, love them to death. Last time I met Jax, dropped her mom off at work. She's a bartender. And she was like, just take care of him. And we went around the entire day. I was like, what do you want to do? I got you. You want your friends? We'll pick up your friends. We'll hang out. You'll do whatever you want. And it was scary because co-producer over here is also part of the goddaughter's lives. At one point, she looks at me and she goes, have you ever had Four Loko? And I looked at her and I said, yeah, why? She goes, well, we're about to go to this baseball game. Can you get me one? And I said, absolutely not. However, when we get back to the house, maybe you can have a couple sips of my beer. But I'm not going to allow that, even if I did that at that age.
What, new Four Loko or old Four Loko?
Because they don't do old.
I had old Four Loko.
I had old Four Loko.
Because I grew up in old Four Loko.
Yeah.
I also grew up in real jungle juice, where it wasn't vodka, tequila, it was
Everclear, yeah.
FSU used to do that.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I think we talked about my jungle juice experience or something like that, where I was like probably episode about cleaning up puke or something. My favorite, jungle juice, Mad Dog. Yeah, both those things together.
So, Denver hack.
Yeah.
The one-ups
Yeah.
have Mad Dog 2020.
Yeah.
I've been trying to figure out how they get it.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to throw them under the bus, but every distributor I talk to, they're like, we don't distribute that. So I'm guessing they just get it. It has to be distributed.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing they just get it from the liquor store, which is fine. I don't give a fuck. But date hack. You can go to any one-up and they will sell you a bottle versus the shots. And the bottle is only like $23.
Whole.
And the shots are, I think, like $4. So you're like, hey, I want Mad Dog, but I want the blue Raz. I want the whole bottle. And then you can have a great date night at one-up playing video games
Just
with the bottle.
Yeah.
Good to know.
That's
Looks
it.
like
That's one
we're
of the
having a
date
date night, boys. Some one-up, Mad
We're
Dog.
going to need more than one bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 5. So, speaking of Mad Dog, what is your favorite drink right now? What do you? I know we had like Jameson up there when we first opened, and stick to the whiskey. What is your cocktail of choice when you're coming out?
Cocktail.
It doesn't have to be a cocktail.
Like, it doesn't have to be like old-fashioned type cocktail. If you're like, whiskey Coke.
No. So I definitely. Okay.
Thank you, Twin.
So I definitely prefer like a shot of Jameson
Yeah.
and a beer.
Mm-hmm.
But to be honest, I only get the beer so it doesn't make me look like I'm just taking a shot of it. Right? So that beer will sit in front of me for.
I'm going to be real. I think it looks worse getting the beer in their shot, but I see what you're saying.
But
because the combo's usually better.
I'll leave the beer and like sip on the beer. I'm not a big beer guy.
Yeah.
No,
Like-
Just twist it.
I mean, why you gave me this?
Oh,
question.
yeah,
I hate
or
beer.
TTL.
What the fuck?
If we have TTLs, a shot of whiskey and a TTL is what I would go to. But when it comes to my favorite cocktail, a really good gin and tonic with cracked black pepper is probably my go-to.
Putting people on.
Black pepper changes everything in the G&T for me. And that would probably be my 2 go-tos. Very opposite. But I'm not like a get a 12-pack of beer and watch a football guy.
No.
I'm like a get a bottle of Jameson and a 6-pack of Twisted Tea Lights guy. Like, which is funny coming from like a cocktail world. And I think that like everybody in the industry goes through this weird thing where you like start at like Goldschlagers, Jaeger, like all of like the college drinks. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, like I like kettle soda with a splash of cran.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I actually like this, like martini.
Yeah.
You know, and then you get to a certain point where you're like, this is pretty retarded.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone that's serving me these drinks are not people I want to hang out with.
Yeah.
And then you go back to like, give me a Jaeger or a Rumpelmans, like you're actually one of my people.
Yeah.
And like you just kind of continue to go through the cycle. Yeah. Depending on who you date too, all of a sudden you're like, oh, I love a Merlot. You're like, no, I don't.
You're like, I'm just sucking through it.
It's always interesting, like when like guests come in or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, what's your favorite drink to we go out?" I was like, I do this shit, but I just get tequila shots.
Yeah.
And maybe an old fashioned.
It's so funny to tell people that. They're like, what's your favorite drink? Like, tequila shots all night long. And they're like, oh. Like, you get a 50-50. You get them like kind of older crowd that we get in here. We're like some kids that like don't always do shots. And they're like, oh, that's stark. And I'm like, oh, that's what I do. And then you get the other half that are like, hell yeah, that's my kind of fucking guy.
Well, also, too, they don't understand.
There's a bottle in there.
A lot of those people don't understand the difference in an old-fashioned either.
Yeah.
So, like, there's
Wisconsin old-fashioned, normal old-fashioned.
Wisconsin is not a real old-fashioned.
Even in Denver, so there is a good old-fashioned and there's a bad old-fashioned. So, like, even here, I'm like, we can serve an old-fashioned. It's going to need a plastic cup.
Yeah. But it's going to be a good one.
Like, that's my boy.
I remember there was someone that, I don't know how well you guys know, like, Littleton or anything.
I hate you.
Yeah. Love it.
So that's my favorite thing, is it the tequila shot or the new cocktail called the squirt?
But there's I remember talking, I don't know how well you guys know, like the other parts of Colorado, like Littleton, there's a restaurant there called Old Blinking Light, like right off, like Highlands Ranch Parkway down there. I grew up kind of down there, so I know that this one girl came in and she was like, oh yeah, I bartend there. I was like, oh cool. I was like, let's see how good you are. I'm not going to put you behind the bar, but I was like, how do you make your old fashioned? Like, take me through step by step. She was like, first, I muddle an orange, and I go, wrong. I was like, you're wrong there.
So I was watching one of the previous episodes, and you guys were talking about cocktail bars being 7-8 steps.
Yeah.
Right? Which is a bar I would never want to be in general, and would feel actually like bad as a boss asking you to do that. The reality is, at all of our bars, I think that the back Ghost bar, when we do our cocktail menus, we still win cocktail competitions because we're better at pre-batching.
Yeah.
So my whole rule is a 3-step cocktail, depending on how you judge it, 4 including the garnish. Yeah. So the garnish is not a step. The garnish is just it's just 4. Yeah, so a 3-step cocktail with 4 as the garnish. Yeah. And you should be able to do your cocktail in 3 steps very quickly if you have a good pre-batch. Yeah. In my opinion. Yeah. And I think that a lot of the stuff is like over-sensualized or sensational. Yeah. What? No. You're saying but you're not even over-sensualized.
Sexualized?
No,
not sexualized. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, on Instagram, there's like that guy that has like the Chinese cube and is like cutting it.
In Japan?
Yeah. And I'm like, okay.
I did it last night and moved the drink through the fire.
Yeah, okay, but if that's the case, this is what, a 6-person bar? And that cocktail is like $40, okay? And maybe at a 6-person bar that works. But when you have like actual square footage, like you need to start thinking about like, and that's what I'm saying, efficiency. Like, from bartenders, like it's a very cool drink to make. And like you get, like that's going to be very cool. Yeah. But when I get $40 and there's 3 people behind you, and I'm like, oh, I'm only making $40, $80, I guess if we make 2 an hour, if you're doing all of that, like that doesn't make sense to make a place stay open. No. Yeah. So that's why you gotta walk the tightrope of like, I want to make an amazing experience, amazing cocktail, great people.
Like the Instagram ability.
But also we have to keep the doors open.
Yeah.
I also really love that you brought that up. Because to me, a 3-step cocktail, that's a single mixer. And if you're working in a cocktail oriented spot, I like for the cocktails at least to be 5 steps. And if you can't quickly put out service with a 5-step cocktail, you probably shouldn't be working there.
So walk me through a 5-step cocktail.
Just like ingredients?
Yeah. Like pick a 5-step.
I have one that's an offspin of an old fashioned. Okay. It's Amaro. It's sweet vermouth, bourbon or rye. Usually I do bourbon. That's preference on the guest. A little bit of allspice trim. And then 2 dashes of orange bitters. Why not, if you're that good of a bartender to be in a cocktail-oriented world,
why do you get 2 bitters?
Yeah,
why not? It tastes good. I'm making.
And why can't you bash the Amaro with the bourbon?
That's even better.
Yeah.
I'm a big person, like Disco Pig, obviously. Pre-batch shit. In a cocktail-oriented world where we're charging, I think it's with tax, like $19.43. Why can that bartender not make that 5-step within a minute, a minute and a half? No matter how busy you are.
Well, it depends on how good your pre-setup is as well.
Yeah.
You have bar max set up your bars.
Yeah. But also, too, how you what you're talking. There's been plenty of times where you're like, these guests, I want you to make sure they're taken care of. I want you to do this fire. Yet me and you are running around so much, and I'm like, this person needs to be served. This person needs to be served. We need to make sure that.
Okay.
We need to make sure that Josh wants us to be taken care of at the fire show.
I put that
we
in
need to do
present,
this.
so that's
We need to do this, and then we're going to give this type of guest experience.
Yeah. So when I bring people back, it's because I know they got money.
Yeah.
They're gonna tip. I have been in this for a long time. I know people. I ask them first. I'm like, "Oh, are you from here?" No. Okay, where are you staying? The hotel they're staying at already lets me know what they're willing and wanting to do.
Yeah.
I can tell by the wife's buzziness already. Like she might want a wine that we don't have.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just be like, "Hey, you stay here, drink a water. I'm gonna get him back." Like, even if we comp the drink, he's gonna slide $100 bill over or be like, "Charge me something," and he'll get a $60 like $60 in.
Oh, yeah.
And again, I don't like the tone full of importance, but like if I ever come back and like say, "Hey, take care of these people," it's not
100%.
because they are hot 20-year-olds. I have no interest in hot 20-year-olds. Like I'm too
Also,
old.
20-year-olds shouldn't be in the bar.
Yeah.
21 up.
21. That's what. I'm just saying, like younger 20. Like I'm not doing it because like I'm trying to get laid.
No,
I'm doing it because like
it's going to benefit all of us.
yeah, and the majority of people I bring over are like 30 to fucking 60.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, they randomly found themselves. Like every time I see like an older 50-year-old like couple in disco, I'm like, "Hey, can I show you where you really want to go?"
Most of the time, they're like, "Hey, we just saw the sign."
Yeah. Like so, yeah, and there's also like again too. I think only females and only bartenders should be FBI agents. Because females can find fucking everything.
So we have.
They're like in third grade, you
PI.
fucking math. And the fucker, I'm like, how the fuck do you know that?
Yeah.
Females are good at it.
Yeah.
But bartenders are also the same person. It's like, hey, this guy's gonna be an issue. And like 3 hours later, he's an issue.
Sometimes I can just tell by the
It
drink
happens.
order. Like sometimes I can just tell by the drink order. I'm like, I'm gonna have to.
Order Long Island. I know I'm gonna have to watch you.
Yeah, if they come in their first drink's like, hey, let me get
Unless their vibe is good. Because you're like, oh, you might be industry.
there's some people I'm like, oh, we don't even have blue carousel. They're like, let me get an AMF, and I'm like, I can't do that. But in my head, I rack it. I'm like, you could be an issue later.
I definitely prejudge it. Like, oh, I don't like this fucking guy.
yeah.
You get through it.
Yeah,
You're like,
definitely judging.
all right, maybe I like this guy a little bit. You're okay.
Hey, how do you guys quantify the mojito effect?
What? The mojito effect?
How do you guys quantify the
What's
mojito
that?
effect?
I'd rather make a mojito than a goddamn espresso martini, because once you do the espresso martini effect,
So I guess maybe the nowadays term would be
It's espresso martini.
effect.
How I do it is it's kind of like
No, but how do you quantify? I'm not talking about like actually making the drink.
No,
I'm
no.
talking about the mentality.
I hate it.
Because no one
That's
wants a
like-
mojito
No.
until somebody
Somebody
across the
else
bar orders a mojito, and all of a sudden you're like, "Fuck out the mojito,"
Yeah.
and all of a sudden that guy wants mojito.
it's.
It's the mojito effect.
I also kind of see it as like the green tea effect, like green tea shots.
yeah.
Like I had it recently where I saw this group of, I think it was like 7 people came in, like 2 people came up and they're like, hey, can we get like 4 green tea shots? I go, you got 7 people. Do you want 7 or are only 4 people speaking up? And they're like, oh, and I was like, do a head count real quick. They come back, they're like, no, we'll do 7. And I go, perfect. I didn't want to have to make it through another 3 halfway through. So if I see it, I'll be like, if I know like someone orders espresso martini or someone had mentioned it, I'm like, hey, I'm already working on this. Do you want one as well? Because I don't want to kind of run back and forth again, or I'm already on top of it type of thing. Or I'll pour a little bit extra just to be like, all right, cool. Instead of 1, there's going to be 2 because someone else is going to want one as well.
I guess I would say like, when do you decide that you ran out of ingredients to make those things? I don't know.
What's your favorite cocktail
My favorite cocktail
to drink and to make?
to drink,
His is Malort.
Malort. It's a squirt.
No.
To squirt.
Yeah, it's a short.
Malort and tequila. That's my favorite thing right now. Mixed together. We can try that later.
No, but like,
Actually, if I'm behind the bar, I like to try to create something new and get the experience of people.
But if you were going out,
if you don't know,
I'm just an old fashioned person.
Obviously,
honestly.
we go out and whatnot.
Yeah.
And we do beers and shots. Because I'm a person where when I get cocktails, it's usually like a $400 dinner. I'm enjoying that.
Yeah.
But what would you be like your favorite cocktail if you were doing something like that?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm going out, I'm probably just going to get an old fashioned or something like that.
If the tab's on me.
Yeah.
Tab's on me, and we're going to a cocktail bar.
Yeah. I'm going
Old-fashioned
to,
guy.
for me, well, old fashioned. I'm just going to sit there and enjoy it because I know like it's my safe space. I know what I like. And then also, like you said before, I want to see if this bartender is legit. And if he makes my old
that's a
fashioned
good baseline.
With a
wrong,
bottle cherry, you're going to kill it.
I'm gonna be like, what the fuck is this? Like when I went to Wisconsin, you said, and I went there and I was like, I don't like sweet, so you want a lot of soda. I was like, I don't know what the fuck you mean, a lot of soda.
When they put
And I was
They
like,
put
I want,
soda in the old-fashioned.
in Wisconsin
and
old fashioned.
Sounds old fashioned.
and then I was like, all right. I was like, I want sweet. And they're like, all right, we put Sprite in it. And I was like, fuck, I don't want any of that. Can you just take the soda, take the Sprite out?
Yeah.
And they're like, ew, you just want liquor? And I was like, yeah. The original old fashioned kind of way, maybe a splash of soda. But that's what I usually do. If I'm going out to a bar, I'm probably going to talk to whoever the cocktail bartender is and have them make me something, or I'll look through the menu and say, like, see what intrigues me to, like, all right, this is cool. What's the flavors? Where's this ripped from? And I kind of get suggestions from, like, what's your favorite thing on the menu? I'm sorry, it's like a little gnat there on my face. That's what I'm going to do when I go out there, is just kind of get one of those cocktails. Other than that, it's going to be probably not a beer, a shot of tequila, maybe a High Life or something, whatever. Maybe, the fucking spaghetti or some shit.
Spaghetti.
And
Go fast, go left.
and an old fashioned, but other than that, I'm just gonna look at the cocktail menu, like, let's see what you guys created and see if me, my team, or I can do better.
Yeah.
I guess I'm a competitive person on that,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm kind of the same. Like, I have safe drinks I'll play with, like, that I'll go out and get, but it kind of depends on, like, where I'm at. Like, cocktail bar, same thing. I'll either talk to the person, look through the menu, ask them questions. But, like, I remember Christmas Eve, or a couple days before Christmas, me and my family went and had an Italian dinner. I was like, oh, Italian, let me get, like, an Italian cocktail. Got a Negroni. I was like, let me do that. And then another time went and had Italian, got red wine. I was like, I'll do that as well. It just kind of depends on where it's at, where I'm at. But, like, if I'm going to, like, dive bar, just getting shots, tequila soda. If I'm going to cocktail, I'll ask them. I'll just go to, like, a safe cocktail, like old-fashioned, a Negroni, something like that.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to have to say mine, mezcal last word.
So that's
Because you really can't fuck that one up.
Yeah, but how many people have chartreuse?
It's very hard now.
Yeah.
But just how we have like boom smoke.
Yeah.
Not the same, but close enough to where I'm still going to enjoy the cocktail.
Yeah.
I mean, mezcal last word, it's hard to beat.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, definitely like going, like I said, old fashioned, but if I do see something on the menu, it's going to be what's the rendition of an old fashioned that I'm probably going to taste first.
Well, every single thing on a cocktail menu is just a rendition of the old fashioned. It's literally like,
It's ribs off old cocktails.
It's just the old fashioned, and then you just sub whatever the three ingredients are.
Yeah, that's the
all it is.
godfather of, how making cocktails. But, like the closest thing, like to like, all right, where'd you switch off and like, why did you put, this Amaro in it, this mezcal, or why did you
Different
what this
flavor
flavor in
profile,
here,
yeah.
and like see what it is. And then go from there. I went to Chicago a couple months ago, or last month. And I went to a new speakeasy out there, and they had like a rendition, and I was like, it was a $30 fucking cocktail. And I was like, what the fuck? And they didn't make it very well. And I was kind of like, oh,
Disappointing.
Yeah.
But
It's
I
like Run for
supported
the
it.
Roses.
I supported it, you know what I mean? So that's what it is.
It's just like Run for the Roses. They have their menu is a deck of 52 cards. But what they don't say is that some of those drinks on that menu are $80 cocktails. I'm sorry, no matter what the ingredients are, an $80 cocktail is wild. That better come with fucking 6 ounces of booze.
Dude, they better come with a gold bar too. Shit.
And shit, you better serve that on a bulk platter and get it
Bring a
and
bottle
be like,
of
hey,
wine at
here you go.
least.
Somebody just came in. The ghost or ghost.
I would say, for me, a Negroni.
I fucking
They're so
hate
good.
Campari.
They're so good.
Really?
I hate
It's
it.
good.
I'm not a bitter person.
No, they're so good.
Oh man, it's like pistachios. There's nothing better than a good pistachio. There's nothing worse than a bad pistachio.
Yeah.
And that's how Negronis are.
Yeah.
When you get a good Negroni, you're
like perfect.
How do you fuck up Negroni?
Someone fucks up the measurements. Someone fucks up the measurements. That's all.
Yeah, I was drinking Ferraris last night. Just -1.
Love a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Wait, can I ask now maybe like favorite shot? Because something that I've recently dabbled into. It's one part mezcal and absinthe. The best
But
buzz.
it's not real absinthe.
Obviously, it's not real
No,
absinthe,
M&M's
but it's the best the best buzz, the best drunk.
M&M's
It doesn't taste bad.
M&M's a good shot too. Montenegro and mezcal.
Right.
It's hard to beat Jameson.
It is. I like tequila.
Tully's a good one too.
And also for me, I have different perspective from you because you're the one pouring them. I'm the one like ordering. The one that I always know when people like are in a group, especially like bachelorette parties or something, they're like, "Oh, like can I get you around?" Like, yeah, like 6 people. I just get white gummies.
Yeah, those are
And I'm
those
like,
are super easy.
no one is ever not gonna like a white gummy, even if they're like, "Oh, I don't like vodka." No, I'm like, no, white gummy bears, and they're fun
Right.
and love.
Because it's sweet, you barely taste the liquor in it. It's easy to take.
Yeah, gets you in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it gets white girls in trouble. I don't order white gummies, but
Yeah.
Good save, brother. Good save.
They start standing on an elevated surface. It gets dangerous.
yeah, it is.
What about you guys? Favorite types of shots when it's mixed?
Take or make.
Just like taking it.
Are you talking to these guys?
Guys
behind the camera?
Tequila shot's always my go-to.
But if you have to have a mixed shot,
Ghost.
that's Kyle. That's our friendly ghost. He's okay.
Make shot. I mean, green teas are good. White gummies are good. White teas are good. Blue teas are also really good.
Clearly, we take beers in shots, but you got to go out and ask for a shot, mixed shot.
The longer you're in the industry, the simpler your order gets.
Yeah. Like that's why I'm like just tequila shots. But
Well, I think that's also just because we know the struggle behind
yeah.
of the person behind the bar.
But I also see it as we've done everything in terms of mixed shots at that point to where we're like we figure out where our like comfortable is or where we'd like to be. It's like, all right, cool, just tequila or like what we like and just keep it as simple as possible. But Mexican candy shots are good, but I'm still just gonna go all tequila.
We're gonna have a Mexican candy shot after this.
Yeah.
That's good.
Cory,
What?
mixed shots. Anything?
Mix shots. Favorite one for me to drink. To squirt.
Yeah, that's a good one. Tequila Malort.
Tequila Malort.
Let's do one after this.
One thing I like to give people, I guess, and if I have the ingredients, and I did for a drink competition a long time ago, and it's like a Tootsie Pop.
Ooh, yeah.
Called Snozzberries. And it's
I've actually never heard of that or had it.
yeah, because I made it.
Could you explain it?
Yeah. So originally it was whiskey,
Yeah.
Chambord, chocolate bitters,
Ooh.
lemon juice, and like a rosemary simple syrup that I made for the cocktail. But now, like if it's in the bar, razzmatazz, chocolate bitters, you just kind of make like a lemon drop, but it tastes like fucking a goddamn. I think I put it on your stomach once.
Yeah,
Actually.
you did.
I did.
And then I had it after.
Yeah, yeah.
You put it in his
What
stomach
if you
and licked it
ordered?
up?
What if you did that
Some girls do.
with port wine?
Ooh.
Like a pretty solid.
That would be fucking
Yeah.
sick.
We'll have to try that. Port wine, put it down. Run this back, minute 170. We are going to figure out what this thing is.
Yeah.
Port wine.
Yeah.
Check it.
So,
But yeah, that'd be fucking solid. Yeah. But yeah,
As
that's,
you're listening to those ingredients, I'm like, I kept on thinking you were going to say port wine.
yeah.
I don't know, port wine.
Yeah, I mean, that was like the original when I first started bartending, and I went to a bar, and they're like, "Oh, what would you make?" And I had to go back to like the lab, and that's what I created. And it's like vodka, blueberry vodka, and like chocolate. And then I kind of changed it. But whenever I'm like trying to give somebody some, white girl wasted, that's where I
oh yeah, give them the schnozberry.
little snozzberries.
White girl
tastes like snozzberries.
What?
Yeah.
While we're kind of getting close to the end here, do you have any spots? Obviously, promotion. Any other spots? Like, because I know you go to Passport a lot. Anything you'd like to recommend if people are coming to Denver, live in Denver, they've never seen places they should go see and maybe become regulars at?
Yeah, definitely go to Lakeview Lounge.
Yeah.
Definitely go to Edgewater Inn. Definitely go to Horseshoe Lounge. Definitely go to Campus.
Love horse.
Definitely go to Matchbox.
Yeah.
Definitely support Meadowlark.
Have to be.
Obviously,
Again.
Yes.
yeah, the bladder and the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I definitely do. Keep going.
Your brother's ashamed.
definitely come see us at Ghost and Disco Pig. Support my brothers, even though we're not business partners anymore. Definitely go to El Patio and Kosafos and Jaguar Room. For the best burger in town, obviously go to RCC. It's not even a competition.
Oh, man.
If you're at RCC, go across the street for Butcher Block. Butcher Block is the fucking place.
Yeah.
Fucking Thin Man is amazing.
Yeah.
St. Mary's is great.
Yep.
Herbs is
Put my hand if
fucking
somebody fell up
great.
there 2 days ago.
Man, where else is different? If you can get in, Casa Bonita is terrible, but fucking so terrible.
It's a great experience.
Yeah. And then outside of that, anything local. Like if you're living here and you have like a local bakery or like even like a local like taqueria or anything. Like 420 Tacos on fucking 3rd and Federal. Definitely check out. Any food truck.
Yeah. Food trucks are, like I was stoked. I got a coffee.
Yeah, like I just want to make sure like support places that are like owner operated and local.
Yeah.
Support everybody that's like trying to make this thing individual and not just a fucking another like I don't know, like old Chicago's. Like if you're hungry for Italian, like go to Gaetano's as opposed to old Chicago. Like go to local spots. It's like the identity of Denver is losing itself day after day, and if we don't support local, it's gonna go away. So that's what I would recommend.
Yeah. Sorry, I missed what I was saying.
No, he was just naming off spots that I don't fucking guess.
I know we're just trying to wrap up a little bit, and we probably all ask like a last question. But I'd like to ask, because you run a lot of spots and a lot of things, what's next? Do you have something next? Do you
what's
want
the shit on the wall? They're asking him what's the next shit.
What's sticking potentially?
Yeah.
Got something.
A little inside or not yet?
We don't have to put it out there to the world, but you could choose to not answer.
We could just do like the whole beep. You could say it and just put that beep right there.
There's got to be something next.
That you can kind of like curate your night.
Right.
So you're not like, this place sucks. And it's like, well, I don't.
You chose it.
Yeah, like what were you expecting or what were you thinking about? Like, I don't know. It's also not our job to educate them. It's our job to entertain them. And so if they're in our bar and they think it's a dance club and it's speakeasy, it's our job to tell them where the dance club is.
Yeah.
You know, we're still hospitality driven. So same as a hotel.
Kind of help guide their night. Like, hey, this would be more your vibe.
Yeah, like if you think this sucks, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
Yeah. I'll guide you the right
direction. You want Mexican food, you want a food truck, are you looking for afters? Whatever you like, it's our job to just be hospitable.
Yeah.
The customer's not always right. Often not. The customer's actually a fucking asshole. But it is our job to steer them into a way that they can find not such a shitty night.
Yeah. And it's even too, whether they're not enjoying our spot and we have other spots we can guide into, even if it's not their thing, I'm going to tell you another bar in the club, hey, this might be more of your vibe.
Well, it's not even about our clubs either. Like, I love Denver.
Yeah.
The idea of selling everything I have and moving to a different state fucking rips my heart out. I don't want to do that. So I would rather like find a person here that isn't liking maybe what we're doing and recommend them to another local Denver-owned restaurant or bar than send them to be like, go to Cap Grill. So I
hate recommending go to Whiskey Row. They have 8 locations across the country. Like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be like, hey, you want Dance Club, Disco, or El Patio? Because those are locally owned, operated, great people.
Yeah. Like, we're going to lose the identity of the city really quick if we don't start like investing in like, independently owned, locally owned operators.
Yeah.
And even if you're not from here, if you're from fucking Oregon or somewhere, but you've been here for 7 years and opened up a local spot, like let me know. I'll promote it. Yeah. Like, cause we're in a tourist district.
Right.
And like, I will send everyone I know, like, I don't care if I own it or not, to like what the vibe they're looking for is.
100%.
Even to the vibe, even to the places that I have some friends that own different bars.
Yeah.
I used to work for the Horseshoe. They own 5 different bars. If what we're not providing is your vibe, hey, go support my other friends at different bars. Mm-hmm. When you give them those opportunities, those suggestions, then actually they might come back over because like, oh my God, that bartender, that server, that owner that gave me that idea, I actually really fuck with that. I'm going to come back to your bar.
The
give it a second chance.
The bartender is the new hotel concierge.
1,000%.
Like when you check into the hotel, you're like, okay, what's cool around here?
Yeah.
Like local bartenders are now the concierge. They're like, all right, what are you looking for? Oh, I know A, B, C, D.
Yep.
And something cool just happened to me Christmas Eve. This group of people came in. The daughter and the boyfriend had their family from out of town. On the 23rd, they came in, gave them a great experience. They said, we're going to get sushi. Is hot and cold? I said, yeah, absolutely. Jokingly, I'm going to clock out. I'm coming with you guys. On Christmas Eve, they came back to see me. They brought me sushi. I didn't ask for it. They brought me sushi. They enjoyed it so much that they thought about me at their family Christmas Eve dinner. And I think that's just super cool. And the fact that I gave them a great experience, they brought me sushi. I didn't pay for it.
Like I said, you can get drunk at your house for a fraction of the price. People come out for the experience. And it's our job to not only provide a great cocktail or beer shot or whatever, but a great experience.
Yeah.
Hospitality first. That's why we're called Handsome Boys Hospitality, not Handsome Boys Restaurateurs or we're a hospitality company. That's my number one job.
Yeah.
Yep. Well,
I know we're
Producers, did y'all have anything to say that we wanted to
any questions that you guys
talk
have?
to your guy here before we
wrap it up?
wrap this shit up? No?
Here, I have a couple things.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, are you focused or no? David? All right, come over. Here, make sure the frame is good.
And let's do a shot before we end. So.
All right, here.
Yeah, we will. Yeah.
All right, here's the other biggest piece of advice I can give you. As people that are business owners, we're getting older. And how it was when I went to party or opened up my first bar in 2015, it's way different now. Social media is way different now, all that stuff. And I think that one of the most humbling things to me has been to understand that what I think is cool is no longer cool. The music I think is cool is no longer cool, et cetera, et cetera. So I want to encourage anybody else that's watching this, whether you're a business owner or maybe an older person trying to get advice, the number one thing you can do is invest in young people that are hungry. David, how old are you?
29.
29. Right? He's going to know what's cooler way better than I do. So my main goal this year is to just shift authority where the information is. I don't fucking know what TikTok is.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about fuck. So invest in young creatives that are hungry and give them all of the creative freedom. Because you might hate it, but just because you hate it does not mean that that's not what this generation needs. So I just want to say thank you for everything that you've been doing for us. And
kills it.
Yeah. And I'm being serious. I know I fucking hate most college kids because I think they're dumb as fuck. But the reality is that's our demographic, so we got to know what they think is cool. And they don't like Limp Bizkit as much as me. They don't like Marilyn Manson as much as me. They don't like a bunch of stuff as much as me. What a shame. Yeah, what a shame.
It's just one of those days.
But invest in the younger generation as a business owner and let them run your shit because they know better than you.
Cool.
No.
On that note, we'll close out for what?
Yeah.
As we're finishing this, let's take a shot.
Give me the tequila.
And I think I speak for all of us, Josh. Thank you for coming on the podcast.
Yeah, of course, boys. Thank you for your.
Thank you.
Even just fucking sticking with me. Not even trusting me. Well, yeah, outside of Cory, but he's.
Well, he might be back now. We heard.
I always keep coming back, man. But anyways,
we're a gang, not a family.
Do you guys want to swear?
Do you have some?
Yeah.
No, I'm not taking a fuck. Come on. And we're all taking the squirts?
Yeah, we take it.
Oh, I already did full tequila. Sorry.
No,
you got a little bit.
Yeah, I got a little
You're
room.
putting it in there.
Put some tequila in there.
I got a little room. Give me a little. I already did.
Oh, yeah, you got tequila?
Give me a little more. Give it a sec.
I gotta go to the Nuggets game with my family after this.
Oh,
That's awesome.
I was behind
Oh, didn't they just play last night too?
Yeah.
I was behind the little NBC truck or whatever the fucking shit. And I was like, you got to taste more.
I also drove all the fucking way to Eaton.
When they come in.
Hey, I don't know a really funny Denver story. Yeah. So Eaton High School used to be called the Reds.
Yeah.
And then it was racist or something.
Yeah.
So they left it up to the students on how to change their mascot.
Yeah.
They left it to the student vote, and the students chose the Beaters. So now they're the Eaton Beaters.
Beavers. You know some kid was like, this is going to be the
So I want to do two things real quick before we take the shot. cinnamon roll.
Yep. Cinnamon roll.
And then the last thing I want to do as we take the shot,
Mhm.
it's called the prison shoot. What made you do it on Halloween? Get off the couch.
Oh, yeah. We did do that. Oh.
It's not. It's
It's not the greatest.
It's,
Come here.
it's not how you do it, but okay. It's not how you do it. It's not.
This is the kind of way, but hey,
Now you're in the way, Murphy. You just end up blocking out the black
Hey,
person.
David,
just
will you
like
take a
always.
photo on your phone too?
and this is called the Morning After Podcast. Welcome to it. This is who the fuck we are. Come support us. Come support our bars.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Salud, papi.
Yes.
I hate you guys.
Okay, we hit ourselves.
That's actually delicious.
Yeah, see?